era for American cricket began in 2021.
There he goes into a dive! What a catch!
The rise of cricket was celebrated across the country. Now, with big wickets and even bigger hits, the stars of minor league cricket are back and better than ever.
Primus goes huge!
Don't miss the nation's largest league competing for the biggest prize in American cricket. The Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship returns June 25th.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
Gentlemen, for the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. We had just an exciting super over to kick off yesterday with a super over. Now we have two new teams here. We have the Atlanta Lightning taking on the Manhattan Yorkers. Have both captains and the match official here. Kerry Pierre is going to give it a flip. Call is tails, and it is ahead. So that means Kerry Pierre and the Atlanta Lightning have won the toss. Kerry, what have you decided to do?
We're gonna have a bowl today. Conditions a bit the same from yesterday, so a couple balls keep low. We're gonna try and bowl to plan and try and restrict them to the best of our ability.
All right, well, good luck today, sir.
Thank you.
Rajdeep, if you could come here for me. Didn't get the luck of the toss today, but had you won the toss, what was the plan?
I would like to bat first though. It's my third lost toss here, but still we have a good winning start in the early stage of the tournament, so looking forward to play a good cricket over here.
Well, good luck today, sir. Wish you guys all the best. So that is the word from the middle. The Atlanta Lightning, they have won the toss and they've elected to bowl. To Church Street Park, we had an absolute thriller here in the first match between the Philadelphians and the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, and now we're set for the second match of the day, which have traditionally been the more exciting of the two. We're going to get to see the Atlanta Lightning take on the Manhattan Yorkers. The Atlanta Lightning winning the toss, as you just saw. They're electing to bowl first. They saw the pitch stay a bit low. I had a conversation with Kerry Pierre. He said the ball was staying a bit low in that second innings, and they just want to see how it's going to react on the wicket. Again, an interesting strategy. Again, they put up a massive total of 200 in their first matchup against the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, batting first. So they're going to go in and bat second now and show off their bowling. The team remains unchanged. A little surprising not to see maybe a Heer Patel into the lineup, a left-arm orthodox bowler who actually was very good for the Atlanta Paramveers in last year's rendition of minor league cricket. And just assuming that the Lightning can get off to a good start. That's not my cue. Lahiru, battery doesn't work. You have to put the key in. Like we said, we're going to get to see the Atlanta Lightning bowl first against the Manhattan Yorkers side, who is a little bit depleted at the moment. Smith Patel suffered a tragic car accident. He is here at the ground, but is not fit to play. We're hoping he can get better and get back to what he can be. But the Yorkers, on the other hand, when we talk about the rest of this lineup, they lose Gurjanath Singh, a big USA player, scored a 50 against Ireland in the T20 series in December. And they lose Yasir Mohammed, who came in and opened the batting for them in their first couple of matches. And he scored a brilliant 50, the left arm bat, but they are both on national duty in Namibia, both part of that USA squad. As you see, the Lightning, they got the flags already set up. Their quick worker has been here for quite some time, and they're ready to go. They got the horns blowing. Look at all the fans. You got the orange horn and the red horn matching the logo of the Atlanta Lightning. Again, when we talk about this Atlanta Lightning side, we talk about the 200 that they put up, but the bowling was quite terrific. Of course, bowling with the scoreboard pressure, but they bowled quite nicely. And you thought, yeah, this team looks to be a very, very good side. Again, we'll see who is going to open the batting for the Manhattan Yorkers. As we can send it again, it's going to be an exciting match up here. It's going to be a new opener for them. At one end, at least, Yasir Mohammed not available. Dane, we had an incredible match one. And this match two looks to be equally as good. Maybe a third super over, who knows? Dane, what are your thoughts coming into this one?
Yeah, good to be back. Just sunk down some Buffalo Wild Wings. A good cross-conference game here. Good to look at the Lightning. Test opener in John Campbell. Just finished some duties against Bangladesh. But it looked like a well-oiled unit did the Atlanta Lightning. First game of the competition. Started off quite nicely. So I'm really excited to see how this one pans out. It's going to be a good challenge between bat and ball, as always. Kyle Phillips starting.
Yeah, Kyle Phillips starting. A lot of pace he has on offer. Last played for the USA. Made his ODI debut in the Middle East just last year. The two openers, you have John Ross Campbell and Rajdeep Darbar, who is the skipper for the Manhattan Yorkers. He wanted to bat first coming into the day, as that one's going to be deemed wide by the umpire. Again, some cloud cover now, Dane, keeping the sun away for at least the time being, cooling it down a little bit. Still very, very sticky because of the humidity, something that the Manhattan Yorkers players maybe not too familiar with.
Yeah, I'm a Celsius guy, so it's about 34, 35 degrees Celsius. In American terms, that's close to 100, right? So it's pretty hot out here at the home of cricket. The American Lords, the home of cricket, North Carolina. Sitting to our left is the Raptors wicketkeeper. I've never seen him so animated as I did last night after Rohan Patke took that catch. I could not believe it.
Had one of the best celebrations, was running all the way out to cover,
yeah.
And then he was jumping up, he caught Rohan midair.
Exactly.
It was fantastic to see. Again,
he goes by the name of Lahiru Milanza, but he's got another 7 names that I won't even try to mention.
And the Instagram mentions 2 of those other names.
2 of those, exactly. Ishan. But yeah, I've never seen him so animated in my life before.
Again, usually calm, collected, very stoic figure.
Yeah.
But had a big smile, was jumping up and down. It was fun to see. Again, maybe more fireworks here tonight for the Atlanta Lightning and company.
Exactly. But good to see the locals starting to dribble into the ground. That's going to be a good game. 2 teams, the all must go. So let's see how the game unravels.
Yeah, Cal Phillips just getting caught up in some extras. A little bit of extra bounce, though, climbing Rajdeep on that time, struggling with timing. People often do early against Kyle Phillips.
The biggest test for these teams are going to be playing back-to-back games. It's not normally known. Maybe one day out and you're back in. At the moment, 2 games. The energy sort of, us Raptors were criminal of that yesterday, where we just dropped our energy in the first 6. It's really important to keep that up, to keep everyone going. So we'll just see how the Lightning sort of navigate through this period, because at the moment, not a good start by Kyle Phillips. He normally sets the tone with the ball in hand.
Yeah, he's given a lot of freebies first up, and you can see him try the bouncer there, and just struggling and varying in his line. He was short outside the off stump, tried to go for the Yorker, missed it down the leg side. This time missed the bouncer down the leg side. Again, you have to get that good start. You know that runs can score. You scored them last match, so you know teams can bat on this wicket. Don't want to give him any freebies. This time it was bat on ball, but just to the man at point.
Interesting, Kyle Phillip having a big stare down to the skipper of the Yorkers. Hopefully he ends this over off strong. But Rajdeep Darbar looks like a guy that sort of hangs back in the crease, looks for the cut and pull, kind of batsman, short in stature, so that's the kind of areas he will look to score in.
Yeah, likes to slash hard with some room. This one down the leg side, off the pads. Is it been given?
Ball.
Oh, he's bowled him.
I think he's flicked the stumps with his own bat or leg or something.
To me, straight away, it looked like it was just the appeal for caught behind, but something's come on to hit the stumps. And we'd love to have a replay of that one and just get a better look at what that entailed. Again, it was strained on the leg side. At first, I thought the appeal was for a caught behind. Had it come off of a glove, maybe a bat. The finger didn't come up straight away. Again, what happened? That is going to be the big question here. And just awaiting a replay. He backed into his own stumps. That's hit wicket. That is the official call here. Unbelievable from Rajdeep Darbar, the captain. He wanted to get off to a good start with the bat and ends up just running back.
Goes back, yeah. Just looked like he flicked it. Oh, he's flicked it with his own bat. He's knocked it with his own bat as his hands followed through.
And Kyle Phillip didn't even look at that. He was already appealing for a caught behind. It wasn't looking like it was going to be given by the umpire in the middle. But he ends up flicking the bails off anyway. So the first wicket falls in soft fashion, really.
I would love to have seen the umpire make that decision if the stumps didn't go off, because that was definitely off the thigh pad. But again, that's in my opinion.
And this is going to bring out Danish Patel into the middle. He's an under-21 player. This team plays a lot of youth. You're missing one of their best youngsters in Yasser Mohammed. He's on national duty in Namibia for the U.S. national team. You know, he's someone who likes a lot of width. Again, under 21, so he's just going to play very more compact, just stroke it around. Not going to hit a lot of big shots. This team was back their youth to be huge contributors, like the Raptors have.
Yes, got loads of youth. From Lahiru Malanta, only 28 years old. It's a bit of youth. Terawan Fatke Abiram Bolasetti, Aditya Padala. Good shot. Great start.
Straight down the leg side, Kyle Phillip. And he didn't look worried by the pace, Danish Patel. He looked up to the challenge. That's going to make it 9 for 1 at the end of 1. It's Sid Mathani coming in to bowl, and he's been sent back by John Ross Campbell straight away. He's played a lot of cricket all over the world. Like you said, he's just gone off of national duty against Bangladesh, and he's come back into minor league cricket, and he's opened his account with the 4.
He's definitely faced spin if he's played against Bangladesh, that's for sure. Mahedi Hassan, one of the best off spinners in the world. So he's had a lot of practice the last couple of weeks, and that was a good start to his over. And we look to be taking advantage in this power play.
Yeah, Mathani, someone who didn't go for a lot of runs early, mixes it up quite well. The reverse sweep comes out straight away, hits all glove. A little bit extra loop given, was through the shot before it ever got there. And John Ross not wasting any time flipping the switch to T20 cricket versus Test cricket.
Definitely. No time to hang around here.
This one's up in the air, should be taken.
Oh no.
I don't know if he'll get there.
Oh no.
No, he won't.
Made a meal of it.
And you could see the fielder at mid-off saying he called for it. They're saying that's your catch all the way. Don't let him take it running back. He's saying he's calling for it. I'm not going to go after it while he's there. Never looked in good position, Sid Mathani. And that is a chance given to John Ross Campbell.
The helicopter, not the Dhoni helicopter, but the helicopter in the field when you're just twisting and turning around. Never quite comfortable under that. My belief is the ball goes in the air, it's close to the bowler. You catch it because you did all the hard work. You know what I mean?
You do all the hard work. You don't want to let your own self down, but John Ross Campbell, he gets himself a life very early in this match. How big will that be? Dropped on 4. But now it's Danesh Patel, again, the under 21. Expects Sid to, I think he should keep it straight on the stumps. It's something that Danesh did struggle with last week, kind of maneuvering it around the area, and just kind of opens up his wickets at times. Given with work to the leg side, just for an easy single. Something we see quite often in the mid-wicket region, quite empty, daring players to come across. What do you think the tactic is behind that?
Yeah, no, I do the same thing. It's basically trying to bowl the ball at the line of the stumps, hoping for the batsman to make a mistake, try to go too square on the ball, skids on, LBW bowl comes into play. That's what you're really trying to look for at the end of the day. So it's good tactics, all tactics try. It's like chess. I mean, bowling in the power play, the manipulation of field, try for these guys to make mistakes.
And John Ross Campbell makes a mistake. It doesn't cost him but one run. He tried to go down the track. It was slower once again from Mathani. Campbell swings all the way through it, and the second wicket falls here in the second over. That's going to do it for over number 2. 14 for the loss of 2 after 2.
Reset करो.
Wait, don't go to the batsman.
All right.
Who's got the batsman?
I have the batsman, but the one that's leaving, not the one coming out.
Yeah, who's got the
Everybody's talking to them. Beautiful set! Bro, I said it. Can we reset? Who's doing the...
Who's got the lead?
That's not the thing.
उन्हें बता दो ना तो
ये आपने कहा है दिल्ली में छोड़ो उसका आपने
इनकी लैंड बन जाएगी अभी इनकी लैंड बननी पड़ेगी क्यों तभी नहीं लोगे ना तुम
Kyle Phillip now with 2 slips. Not sure it's warranted. Didn't see much swing in that first over, and he started rather straight. But he's brought in 2 slips for young Danesh Patel.
Opening for the Lightning to strike twice.
Well, they've already struck in twice here with the big wicket of John Ross Campbell.
Excuse the pun.
I think they've heard worse, Dan, I'm sure.
Yeah, they have. It's a dad joke. I'm allowed to make them now.
Oh, what a cut shot there, but what a piece of fielding. Out from the man at point. He got on top of it quite well, Danesh. And you can see the keeper run all the way over to give his man a quick high five.
Yeah, no fracture.
Again, Kyle Phillip, he's very, very quick. Some question the action. And Danish Patel, he doesn't look phased by the pace.
He's got a lot of time on his hands.
And we saw the nice flick shot from him in the first over for 4. This time, able to cut it just straight to the man at point. They have kept a deep point. There you go, change of field. And the second slip moves out.
Interesting field change. It's probably for a misfire in his action. He drops it short.
This one goes full. The first one that was full of the entire over, but it was on stumps. Again, the Lightning not short of batsmen, put up 200 in their first match here at Church Street Park. So they're going to feel very confident chasing basically anything here. We had an absolute thriller in the first innings, first match rather.
Yeah, great game.
Came down to another super over. Are we in store for a third consecutive super over?
I hope not.
Well, if Dane Pete by the 13th over calls for it, then I'm going to believe him because that's what he did.
By the 33rd over of the game.
This one's going to go off the legs and it's going to run all the way to full for 4. Hit him outside the line for sure. And his leg buys, full runs. Not the way you want it, but the way you'll take it if you're the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, again, the field change. Brought the third man up with deep point out. He didn't deserve to go for 4, but unfortunately the field was up in that position and a stickle away for 4.
Yeah, that's the dangers of having that third man up with a pace like Kyle Phillip.
Yes.
And that's why you can see them now bring that third man back and that point has come in. So here we go, Kyle Phillip running back in to Danish Patel, again attacking the legs, and again well worked through the leg side. Gonna pick up a couple of runs out there. Guys are gonna get back for 2. He thought about 3. But again, Lightning quick in the field. A nice positive intent from young Danish Patel. Again, missing their other opener, Yasir Mohammed, came and opened last week, so they're going to look for these other youth players, other players to step up in big ways, and so far, Danish is doing that. Doesn't look flustered out there. Was almost able to pull that one, but you can see he's got the time and the ability to play these shots, and that's going to do it for the third over. That's going to be 20 for the loss of 2 after 3.
What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
It's fine, man.
Mathani back in. Raj Bhavsar faced his first delivery. Dane, you saw a little bit of Raj Bhavsar at the Nationals. What did he show you with the bat down there?
Yeah, he was good. He was quite composed. Played the middle overs quite nicely. He's a good manipulator of the ball. Lets the ball come to him. As you can see there with that shot, likes the ball kind of wide. There was definitely a couple of those close runouts that we just saw there now.
Yeah, that one was a little bit of a fumble in the field, and they didn't hear the saying, don't run on misfield.
Exactly. Their Willow TV wasn't working earlier.
So they ended up doing so. He is someone who likes to play off the back foot.
Yeah.
Likes to hang back in his crease, especially when the spinners are bowling.
Sorry for the noise in the background. There's nothing to do in Morrisville, so all the youngsters have turned up.
They brought all the snacks too. They got everything.
I call this the White House. Everybody just convenes at Church Street Park, like they do in DC. Take a couple of pictures.
It is the center of the whole town. Again, everything 10 minutes away from Church Street Park. This one just a dot ball, and again you can see Sid Mathani not giving a lot of width to Danish Patel, making him sit on the back foot as well. and he's been smart through his overs in his first
Bowled
match.
really well, yes he has. He bowled really well yesterday, he's continuing his form. Key thing for... Oh my goodness, that's a good shot.
Shot that from Danesh Patel comes straight down the ground. It's a straight 6 in the direction of the commentator's tent. Use his feet quite nicely and send Raj Bhavsar over the top. What John Ross Campbell hoped to do, he has executed.
Yeah, brilliant cricket shot. Just went to the pitch of the ball. There's a bit of air, so you could just advance down the pitch, and hands manipulated quite nicely over middle for 6. It's a really good shot. He's looked really good at the start of his innings. Just important to rotate the strike and not get bogged down as the innings progresses.
And this is why the captain wanted to bat first in the form of the Manhattan Yorkers. He lost the toss. The Lightning won the toss, elected to bowl. He was more than willing to bat first, eager to do so. Felt his troops had the ability to put up a big score and use the scoreboard pressure. Again, we haven't really seen Atlanta Lightning under pressure, scoring 200, never really under pressure as a bowling unit. This one just hit straight back to Sid Mathani. That's going to do it. 4 overs gone, 27 for the loss of 2. Welcome back here to Church Street Park, where we see a beautiful athletic play in the field in the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by
Sunoco.
Sunoco, there we go. The official tournament sponsor also being Daft News. None of the action you're seeing would be possible without those 3 sponsors.
Send me some gas, Sunoco.
Well, you can save some gas if you don't want to drive out to your games in Houston, your games here at Church Street Park. You can catch them on YouTube at the YouTube channel at MLC Network. Again, that's at MLC Network. You can also follow on Twitter live at MLC Cricket. Again, that's MLI Cricket. There's too many handles out there. The Instagram handle also MILC USA. That is for Instagram and Facebook to catch all the wonderful reels posted by the social media team. As you see Terrence Hines into the attack. Again, he was bowled nice and tight in his couple overs for the Lightning. Again, not pressure over, just wanted to test what they have, and they feel they have something really special here in Terrence Hines.
Yeah, it looks like the pitch kind of hard. Back of the length. Easy go-to, so they also have this field that they settle the deep point out and third man up. So the control of length needs to be good, otherwise, saw the previous over, Raj likes the ball with a bit of width. He plays the cut pretty well, and now the field change hasn't been put back in. So the point's up, the third man back, which makes it a bit more sense.
You can see Nate Hayes has a camera, finally got it, and he's out there taking pictures with some other photographers. And again, he's a great supporter of the game here, and a big reason, big part as to the success of minor league cricket, as this one's just worked to third man for 1 by Raj Bhavsar.
Oh, the side profile is not good for Nate.
Again, these two have done well just to keep the strike moving, not getting bogged down by the 2 early wickets in the power play, something that has to happen. Again, we saw that with the Somerset Cavaliers. We saw it with even the Lightning in their first match with Amrut Porter coming in and not getting bogged down by the early wicket, just keeping the strike moving and allowed them to accelerate to a score of 200.
Just to keep the momentum going. This kid has really looked good at the start of his innings. Oh,
And that was the discrepancy in the wicket that we saw Harry Pierre talk about. I had a word with him and he said that's what I want to bowl for, see where those spots are, see if we can extract something from it. And we saw at that time that ball stayed criminally low on Danish Patel.
Definitely an off-cutter, bowled by Terence Hines. With this kind of action, he can deceive you. Quite the slingy action, so his hand comes from behind himself. Field change again, third man back.
They seem to be experimenting with this, as you see.
The research triangle folk are here, supporting.
Absolutely. You see the young fan out there just getting acclimated with the game of cricket. A lot of experimenting going on with the third man and that point fielder. And every other ball, they move the point fielder back, and then they'll move the third man and bring the point in. Just interesting tactics here, playing with the minds of the batsmen.
Yeah, these two.
Hines back in to Danish Patel.
Shot.
This time cut it away. There's a third man, but it doesn't matter. The point is inside for this delivery, and that means it's 4 more. Danish Patel has looked so good so far. Another cracking shot off of his bat.
Great shot. Weighted for the ball pretty nicely. Fantastic shot. I hope he hasn't hurt himself.
Just walking a little gingerly at the moment.
Yeah. It was a really good shot. Waited for it nicely. Hit it on top of the bounce. It's exactly what he wanted there.
It looks like he's got a lot of time on his hands.
He definitely does.
And you can see all the fans starting to trickle in here. We say as the sun goes down, the fans come out. Church Street.
How old is this kid?
He is the under 21 for the Manhattan Yorkers. It was given more of a middle order batting role, was more at 4 or 5 last week, but I think due to the absence of Gurjitendra Singh and Yasir Mohammed, promoted up the order.
It's a good prospect.
And this one just straying down the leg side, wide signaled by the umpire. No controversy on that decision.
Trust me, it's coming. Trust me, it's coming. You're going to see a couple of dugouts jumping up, bouncing around, shouting at the umpires. It's going to happen.
Dane and I have seen a lot of things happen, whether it's 5 overthrows or whether it's caught behind that the bowler didn't appeal for.
Missed it by like a kilometer. Caught behind.
So there's been some interesting decisions being made, and
if the umpires get bored, they'll make a decision to get in the game.
And it's there you go. There's the no ball.
Here we go.
And Danish Patel gets the opportunity to free up his hands and show off some more class that he's shown already. I almost felt right on cue. The umpire put his hand out in no ball fashion.
Yeah, he did. No arguments from the bowler there.
I'm not sure as a bowler you could even pretend to argue if there is a no ball.
Exactly.
Unless you're looking down when you're delivering the ball.
Unless you're Paul Adams and you look down when you bowl. It's kind of difficult just to...
Well, nonetheless, it's a free hit on the final delivery of this 5th over. 36 runs on the board, so it's been a good start here for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Ball.
And it's going to be an inside edge, and there's going to be 4 more to end the over. Not a terrible delivery, but just a thick enough edge to get it all the way for 4. That's going to do it. 5 overs gone, 40 for the loss of 2. Welcome back here to Church Street Park, the site of the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. As you're going to get to see Harry Pierre come in and bowl. Raj Bhavsar looking to work that one down the ground. down to third man, but just a little too close to off stump for him to get onto. The skipper Kerry Pierre keeps it very close to stumps, quick through the air. And this time Rajbaf is able to work it down to fine leg, and they're able to get a quick single. Again, doesn't look quite as comfortable against Kerry Pierre. So I think he's happy to hand over strike to Danish, who's looked very, very good today.
Yes. It's about understanding your role in the partnership, and I think he'll do that pretty well. He understands how important it is to rotate the strike. You don't want to get bogged down. Kerry Pierre, a West Indian international, played a couple of T20s out in India, so he knows what he's doing. He's got the longest fingers in the world.
And he uses them every single delivery, rolling them over
delivery, definitely
the
does.
ball, creating that drift that just happened so very, very quickly. But Danish Patel, he's looked in good nick, already on 22. He's worked it down to the leg side. So quick being taken.
What's funny, guys?
It's just everyone's coming into Tertiary Park now. It just feels eerily similar to what happened yesterday, when everyone started to come down as the sun's going down. The nightlife in Mooresville is rotating around Church Street Park. This one's cut. It's aerial, but it's through the gap, and Raj Bobso is going to get his first boundary of the day with that cut shot for 4.
That's his area. Hangs back. Can find it no matter what way the ball's spinning. He plays that shot really well. Uses his crease pretty well. He's manipulated the ball through the cover region and got a delightful boundary. There it is, the White House. This is
it is the White House. You can see everyone packed. A lot of the Mooresville Raptors bench.
There's Drake over my right shoulder over there. A Pakistani Drake. Mohammed Drake.
We have a good time out here in the commentary box here at Church Street Park. Always vibe. Make sure you come down if you are in the area. Come show out, show your support. This time much straighter from Kerry Pierre, not giving Raj Bhavsar the room to get onto the back foot and cut. Again, apart from the 2 wickets, really a great power play here from the Yorkers. Already here, 46 going into the end of it. There's a sweep. Oh, in and out the hands. Would have been a terrific take. Has he done enough to slow it down? Yes, he has. It's just going to be 2. Nearly the 3rd wicket there.
That would have been a perfect end to the power play. Captain not happy. Just burst through his hands. Would have loved the wicket at the end of that over. And the Manhattan Yorkers move to 48 for 2 after the power play.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
While the replays are doing that, that's the thing, they can.
Welcome back here to Church Street Park. Terrence Hines to continue from the Cedar Fork end into Danish Patel. This one just worked to fine leg for a quick single. Thinking about 2, ends up deciding not to take it.
Next phase of the game now that they have to maneuver. Next stage of 4 overs just to keep up the momentum. Can get 8 and over at the moment, so real good power play for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, they're going to want to protect that middle order because of the fact you lose 2 big pieces of that batting lineup. You just want to keep all your cards to yourself and just try to hold on to wickets, similarly to what the Philadelphians did. Held on to wickets all the way through, lost 2 early, kept themselves in the game, and it was Milind Kumar who came in and just stood at one end, Krimagor at the other. And they were able to use that formula, and then Fu and Plunkett come in the end of the game and able to get it into the super over. Again, somehow they're able to defend a 7-run super over. This one straight on to Raj Bafsar. Not much room, but he's done well to work it on to the offside.
That's all he looks to do. He looks to give himself some room and try to maneuver the ball through the point region. A poor man's Lahiru Malanta, who loves the cover region. Stands basically outside leg stump and just tries to do everything over mid off and cover.
Yeah, I'd like to see Hines be a little bit fuller to Raj. He's stayed on the back foot for everything he's delivering. Let him just drive. Let's see what he can do driving and see if you can get that edge off of him.
So now we have 3 cameramen together.
Nice short cover coming even closer. And again, now 3 cameramen in out there on the boundary taking pictures.
How y'all doing?
Take me back to my roots, Dane, with that statement there. Born out a little bit past the city limits, so grew up around a lot of farmland and heard a lot of southern accents. Well, I'm a big fan of country music.
Wow.
So
I'm not.
Well, I got to introduce you to some. That's what we got to do. We can see the man in the cowboy hat here, though. It was his first game. First game that he watched was the Morsel Raptors matchup on Friday. That was the first free game he ever watched, and is now the official photographer for the Morsel Raptors.
Wow.
So it took him just one game. Took from phenomenal flicks of Sanjay Stanley.
Wow.
Shared those with him. He was impressed with the photos.
How great is America?
Land of opportunity. As this one's worked down to third man, able to get a quick single.
The man came to the game thinking cricket is a mobile
it's a mobile server, or it's a bug. One of the two. There's a lot of bugs here
and
at
he ends
Church
up
Street Park.
watching guys playing 22 men playing cricket.
Very active running between the 2 men in the middle, able to sneak by
definitely.
a second run.
Where do we find those pictures, Aman?
Well, I'll give you the website, but he does have a Twitter profile. I can give you that as well.
Okay.
But they were definitely fantastic photos that I saw. Again, Nate Hayes was raving about them to me. Sent them to me at I think it was 1 a.m. He said, "You got to take a look at these photos." And
Nate normally sends me texts at 4 a.m. So you lucky.
very lucky indeed. Again, we have a lot of late night conversations during the.
It doesn't sound weird.
Yeah, it doesn't sound weird at all. During the MLC Emerging Player Show. Again, he'll text me at 11 p.m. saying, "You ready to have this call?" And we'll talk about Saite Mukamala at 11 p.m.
Love to know how that Chipotle order in Florida is going, Aman.
Well, we'll know in 48 hours whether money is being transferred back into the account of our production manager. As this one's hit over the top, but he might have picked out the fielder. He has. It's down.
Put it down again.
The simplest of chances. Had sunglasses on.
A terrible throw too. Look at this reaction. Let's see this reaction.
He can't believe it. Again, simplest of chances. Sunglasses on. The sun is out in that direction.
That's 0-2 for the young man. Second drop catch of the innings. Off the same batsman.
Off the same batsman. No, it wasn't off the same batsman.
Yes, it was.
You had John Ross Campbell had one of them.
Sweep, large sweep.
The sweep. Yes, at mid-wicket.
That's the end of the over.
An eventful one in that. 7 overs gone, 54 for the loss of 2. And there it is. Kerry Pierre strikes straight away. Look plumb as plumb could get. And the third wicket falls here for the Manhattan Yorkers.
That's out, that's out, that's out. I'm on the umpire's side this time. It's a very good decision. That was really out. Good piece of bowling. And the Atlanta Fire, 12 men run into the Atlanta Lightning, I beg your pardon. 12 men run onto the field with their cargo jumpers on, handing out water to the team after Kerry Pierre calls everyone in to say let's reset after a couple of drop catches. We've got another respite there.
Yeah, it looked like Raj Bhavsar was trying to play a similar shot to the one that he was dropped on, that little sweep. This time he's got to go. Again, just 14 for him. Didn't really look in full flow. Again, Danish Patel is going to need someone to stick in there and just keep rotating strike. He's looked good all day long. Just going to need someone else to hold up there with him.
The regular occurrence at Church Street over the last couple of days have been wickets at regular intervals that keep you in the game. So the Atlanta Lightning will be looking to do that and try to get the likes of Bhaskar Yadram in as early as possible. He has a lot of firepower. I think the key for the new batters is to hit the ball down the ground, look mid on, mid off, long on, long off, sorry. Try to rotate the strike and get the in man in so he can do his work. He's looking strong with 25 of 20 balls, 3 4s and a 6.
They don't need to do too much here. The new man just has to get those 1s and 2s, as you mentioned, push it straight down the ground. No need to take unnecessary risks.
Just build a partnership. That's all they...
So Pierre coming into the new bat. Just staying a touch lower than he thought it was going to be. Again, keeps it very tight right outside the off stump. Doesn't give you a lot of room.
He's just going to hound that off stump straight away. Good pace back over length. Bold.
This one worked into the leg side.
Not known to be a big turner of the ball. Watched him in the CPL and played for West Indies. Just looks the ball at the line of the stumps. Just tries to use his height and those elongated index and middle finger. Try to get to work over the ball.
Yeah, a lot of revs on it. Danish Patel, he's looked good so far. He's got to take this innings far, though. Again, 3 wickets already down here in the 8th over. 54 runs on the board, a projected score of 150, which, again, is very, very defendable here, but also very, very attainable. It's anyone's game if you get there. You want to push to, if you can get to 160, 170, 180. Atlanta Lightning did score 200 in their first match here at Church Street Park against the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. Not a shabby bowling lineup for them.
Yeah, definitely not. It's a good period of the game this year for the Atlanta Lightning. Just squeezing, big squeeze. After a decent power play, I thought that Manhattan Yorkers had.
Again, you can see dot ball starting to eat up now. Kerry Pierre just controlling the momentum of the game. The Lightning controlling this early second phase.
It's key for the young Patel just to keep batting as long as possible, not give it away. Looks to bat at close to 120% strike rate as possible, which will allow guys to come in and work. That's a really good shot. Pushing for 2, probably not. Good piece of fielding. The energy levels in the field have gone up at the end of the 8th over, and the Manhattan Yorkers are 55 for 3.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Shamar Springer into the attack for the Atlanta Lightning. Electrifying bowler comes in, high energy all the time in the field, and again, you can see through his bowling action, the energy kind of surging through him as he finishes.
Good, strong, tall man. Loads of energy. Like you just said, man.
There's the airplane going over to RDU.
Who's that? Southwest?
Looks like Southwest. A lot of flights in and out of RDU. Just 8 minutes from here. And another no ball signaled from this end of the ground.
Yet another no ball. Other news around the country. Defending champions got 215 for 5. Shayan Jayasuriya getting 112. And no one else contributing.
So here we go, the free hit.
Oh.
And just finds an under edge and ends up just being a dot ball. So there's 1 run conceded from there. Can just look like he's struggling a little bit with timing, Kevin Shaw. Not easy to play Shamar Springer straight up. And dealing with the pressure that comes with coming in at this spot with your team 3 down in the 9th over. And you can't allow this to happen if you're the Manhattan Yorkers. You finished the last over off with 3 straight dot balls. Here, starting off with dot ball after dot ball. You're going to want to find ways to keep at least singles flowing.
Definitely have to find a way to do that. It's important in this phase of the game where the Lightning will be looking to strangle the Yorkers. So it's important that you just keep rotating. Oh my!
There's a wonderful shot, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Touch fuller there from Shamar Springer, and he's lifted it over the top. Kevin Shaw showing what he can do with the bat. That's going to be 4 and opens up his account.
Good start there by Kevin Shaw. It's a great shot. Look for a bit of room. And gave him the length actually where you can see he stands out in the leg stump and just punching that ball over middle for a couple of bounces.
Again,
into the what end do you guys call it?
That is the cedar fork end.
Cedar fork end. There we go.
And again, seemingly coming out of nowhere, that shot from Kevin Shaw. Had just been struggling with everything back of a length. Finally saw one that was full. Just able to punch that one over the top. Back to
feels
the
like he
shorter
missed out there, did Kevin Shaw?
Yeah, again, he's just been struggling with the timing there, and I think for Shamar Springer, that's the length you want to be at least for Kevin Shaw. Doesn't seem to be that comfortable against it as of yet. And I swear he's soaking up a lot of the dot balls. Again, short and wide, but it can only pick out the fielder inside the circle, so another dot ball. That dot ball will end the over, so that's going to do it. 9 overs gone, 62 for the loss of 3. Welcome back, Kerry Pierre, bringing himself back into the attack for his 3rd over. Only giving up 10 runs from his first 2, and he's taking a big wicket. So it makes sense to bring himself back, especially with 2 right-handers in the middle.
Yeah, just before the 10th over, so this was the pocket of 4 overs we speak about after the power play, where we try and restrict the batting side, which he's done. He's got a wicket too, so a bit of a win-win for Kerry Pierre. That's why he's keeping himself on. Good piece of fielding, yet another single taken by Kevin Shaw and young Danish Patel. Hope I got his pronunciation of his name right.
You nailed it.
Did I nail it?
Yeah, Danish Patel, you got it.
That's a career best for me.
Just like you've mastered. What does that sign say right ahead of us?
Sunoco.
There you go. See, he's got it all figured out now. He's fully immersed.
Send some gas, guys.
Oh, this one looked to work it through the leg side at a vacant mid-wicket region. And a swing and a miss, just beating his outside edge.
Good delivery that from Pierre. Good energy on the ball, back of a length. Big couple of balls this.
They are going to be able to get this single back down the ground. Danish Patel gets off strike. He's slowed down since his initial flurry, couple boundaries against Kyle Phillip. Seem to enjoy pace on the ball. Now they're taking pace away from him to manufacture his own shots.
Probably from the nature of playing a lot of Astro. Quite upright in their stance, so you can see with the ball that just, is inconsistent on a turf pitch. They're not quite ready for. So a couple of technical things that could be changed. A really good shot that by Kevin Shaw down the ground.
Yeah, just evaded
the
outstretched hands of Kerry Pierre. And I wanted to know how close that one would have been. How close would that have been had it hit? I don't think he would have been gone, but a good alert fielding from the Lightning. They're thinking about two, and you saw Danish Patel well down the crease, so they said, we're going to attack you if you're down.
100%. It's a great piece of fielding. Good energy.
So see what Pierre has in store for Danish Patel. You spoke, he's very upright in his stance, and this ball, you've seen a couple times just stay a touch low. See if that plays a factor in his dismissal. Just work down through the leg side, able to pick up one. And that is going to do it. We're halfway through the first inning, 67 for the loss of 3. Welcome back to Church Street Park as Shamar Springer comes back into the attack once again, hitting a length. Run down to third man from Danish Patel, and he'll send Kevin Shaw onto the strike, and again struggled against anything back of a length in the previous over from Shamar Springer. I have to imagine that's where he's going to continue to bowl.
Again, the nature of playing on Astro, the ball consistently bounces up from a length, so they're kind of upright in their stance. So they just stay a bit lower, wait for the ball to come to them, and things will get slightly easier. Third man up, so I think he's going to go slightly. Oh, it's wide.
I'm not sure anything about that delivery is what he wanted it to.
I don't think so. Just a bit of a misfire.
It happens with the whippy nature of his action at the end. Sometimes can lose a little bit of control. Third man, as you said, Dane, inside the circle with a backwards square leg out. And continues to hit the deck. Chance of a run out.
Oh, he was well short.
Just unable to hit the stumps there. Good enough backup to keep it from being 5 on overthrows.
Illegally.
The conventional way, maybe.
The conventional way.
5 overthrows. Again, something that we're not going to get over this weekend.
No,
was that,
not ever.
Was that 5 overthrows that was signaled. One of the most bizarre circumstances for it to happen, too. But Shamar now back to Kevin Shaw. Fuller again. just able to work it to the man at short cover. Again, for those who didn't tune into the match, the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, they were in the field. Ball was hit out to Cal corner. He puts out a dive. Looks as if on camera it's come off of, maybe his hands are bounced over his hand and trickled onto the rope. What the umpire saw was that he had collected it in one hand, tried to flip it back to his partner behind him, goes on to hit the boundary as that dot ball passes, and is given 5 on overthrows because the batsman had completed that first run. Again, so much chaos with that whole call and that whole decision.
Terrible decision.
I think Dame Pete speaking for a lot of people watching the stream. They didn't like that call. And that was the explanation given by the umpire. Here we go, Shamar Springer back in to Kevin Shaw. He goes over the top of mid-wicket.
Great shot.
And used the pace quite nicely and gets it over the top of the hill on the far side at the Cedar Fork end. It's a brilliant shot, again, seemingly coming out of nowhere, not really in any flow, but he's able to get a boundary off of Shamar Springer.
That's the kind of length that he's more accustomed to facing on a bit of astro, consistent bounce up into the thigh region where he can just hit on top of the bounce and let his hands go through the line of the ball because of his upright nature and his stance. So he's flicked that over wide, mid-on, long on, I beg your pardon, for a great 6.
Yeah, great 6, and takes a lot of the meat out of the over for the Atlanta Lightning.
Yes.
And not a lot of runs coming from it, but that boundary just gives them something to celebrate, the Manhattan Yorkers, as they move into the 70s and closer to 80 now here in the 11th with 1 ball to go. And really big 6. We've seen a lot of big shots today and over the past couple of days, and we still have 2 more matches tomorrow, so make sure you're here for that. A bit earlier start to those, as this one's going to be worked through for a quick single. That's going to do it for 11 overs, 78 for the loss of 3.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Just do ball check.
Pierre going to bowl himself out. That one staying a touch low and just worked out to cover. And he's elected to bowl himself out here in the 12th, not saving his overs anywhere past this. Feels as if this is an important partnership and wants to break it.
Hold.
As Kevin Shaw comes down the track, just pushes it down the ground for 1.
It's a good piece of bowling. Smart bowler, like I said earlier, he knows what's he puts himself 2-3 balls ahead of trying to see what the batsman's going to do, and he controlled his length quite nicely. Slight field change now. Spoke about this field earlier. Damien Jacobs, 3 points and a deep extra cover. He's probably going to try to fire the ball in back of a length at the stumps.
This one just a touch wider. It's hit aerial, but it's just going to be a couple of hops over to the fielder at long off. And these two doing a good enough job now, not just letting the dot balls pile on, but keeping the strike rotating. And if they do pile up dot balls, we've seen Kevin Shaw put that big 6 away from Shamar Springer, the 4 in Springer's first over as well. So the boundaries come in important times, and the run rate never seems to be stagnant.
Definitely, yeah, they need to play this next phase of the game really well. And that's a great looking shot, but...
Oh, he's done a balancing act out there on the boundary. Again, he judged it a little bit late, stepped a couple of paces in, comes back out, gets the ball in his hands, and then just along the boundary line, just able to keep that left foot down and not trickle himself over. Some brilliant stuff and brilliant work along the boundary. Seen a lot of great catches at that position on the boundary all over the year, and this one just another example of it.
It's a great piece of fielding, good awareness, knowing that the ball might cross over his left shoulder, but he timed that quite nicely and made sure that he caught the ball and steadied himself as soon as possible. And again, the Atlanta Lightning get together, 12 men running on some drinks, where they can reset themselves. A drink given by Yer Patel, probably one of the nicest human beings the world has ever seen, always smiling. And in comes the big Guyanese, Bhaskar Yadram.
Yeah, Bhaskar Yadram hit one of the biggest sixes that you'll ever see. Actually hit hit it to the tennis courts.
Wow, it's big.
So, and that's not a joke. He took it from the descendant, took it all the way down to the tennis court. It was a terrific shot last year with the Empire State Titans.
Yeah.
Again, struggled in the opening weekend, though. Didn't really have that big innings that they were looking for in the middle. Overs, but now you're playing on turf once again, playing at Church Street Park. He's going to have a much higher and better role here.
Known to be an aggressive player, Bhaskar, you look to just face a couple of balls, get to accustomed to the pace and the surface, and then hopefully take on a few of the bowlers. The Yorkers are going to be reliant on this innings and this partnership here.
Kevin shot apart and makes way for Bhaskar Yadram to come in. Kerry Pierre, before he goes, he would like to take this wicket. This is the prize now. It's the big bat in the lineup. And beating the outside edge straight away. Maybe the first sign of spin here for Kerry Pierre.
Gave it a bit of air this time. Knowing there's a new batsman in, I would like to have seen a slip in place. Because if you get a wicket here, it turns the game on its head completely.
And just funnels it straight back to Kerry Pierre. And that's going to do it for the 12th over. A wicket to happen, to wicket to fall in it. Absolutely great spell. 80 for the loss of 4 after 12.
They should aim for 155.
Welcome back here to Church Street Park in the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. Rajiv Patel, the left arm orthodox, is in, and a full toss to start him off. It's been placed into the gap, but not well enough. It's just going to end up being one.
Definitely going to rub his hand on the turf. No, he's not. So maybe he meant that ball then.
You always say the hardest delivery in world cricket is that low full toss. They don't practice that in the net.
Never hear a batsman asking the coach, can you throw me low full tosses?
Rajiv Reddy was expensive yesterday. Didn't really have fine success. One of the only bowlers for the Atlanta Lightning to be expensive. He's being called upon here to Bhaskar Yadram, so it's a big responsibility on his shoulders. He's got to perform now and got to find some rhythm.
Shot.
And there is the big powerful bat of Bhaskar Yadram, putting that one through point. It's going to be 4, and that's going to open up his account. Make it 4 from 3 for Bhaskar Yadram. And if he gets going, it's going to be a long day for the Atlanta Lightning.
Wasn't a good delivery, just dropped short, kind of wide. Bhaskar didn't need to do much about that. He just tapped the ball down through the point region for 4 to get his innings going. 4 of 3. Young Patel's marshaled his troops quite nicely, 33 of 31 balls.
This time, shot a little straight. but it's able to be worked down into the leg side. Again, Bhaskar Yadram, I think, is taking a new approach. Instead of trying to slog from ball one, more so trying to just work his way into the match, play proper cricketing shots, and then once he sees 10 to 15 deliveries, then he's going to go and play all the shots that he trusts himself to do. I think that's something that maturity in his innings is something that is desperately needed for the Manhattan Yorkers.
No, definitely, and that's the experience he needs to bring to the team. Still a young man, but he's played enough cricket to understand that.
This one again worked to that cow corner fielder. He's had a busy day in this over. And Rajiv Reddy just not really finding a length or not finding a consistent line either. A couple of full tosses.
Probably thinking about yesterday's performance too. He just wants to get into his spell. And he's just finding a way to settle in. Hopefully things turn for him in this over. That's a good ball.
Nearly undoes Bhaskar Yadram there. It was a big gap between bat and pad. It went straight through, but just not close enough to the off stump. But it's got to be a welcome sign of confidence for the struggling left-arm orthodox.
Yeah, definitely. He's trying to exploit something in the surface. Just looked a bit more solid at the crease there, so he can really try to spin the ball. It's one big ball coming up here. Patel should just look to see the over out and reset. And then good shot.
It was quicker, wider. There's no deep point, no protection there, and it's going to be 4 all the time. A bad way to end an over that looked to be getting better as he continued to bowl it. That's going to do it. 13 overs gone, 92 for the loss of 4. Welcome back here to Church Street Park as we have a change in the bowling. It's going to be Heath Richards coming into bowl. I've had maybe the shot of the weekend for me with the switch hit over point for 6 against Najaf Shah. And now he's here with the ball.
Oh.
Dane putting pressure on the umpire from here. Again, you saw that one jump up off the length.
That should be out if you've given out the one in the first game. That should also be out because the batsman didn't touch the ball. Just looking for consistency.
It's all good fun here in the commentary box.
No, I'm serious.
Again, Heath Richards right on the mark from delivery number 1. And keeping it away from Bhaskar Yadram. Just carrying over the bat, struggling to pick the pace. Does have a little bit of a weirder action as he comes through, a little bit more sidearm than you'd quite expect.
Yes. He's obviously looking to hit the pitch and try to exploit the inconsistencies because this is the 5th match of the weekend, so there will be some sort of inconsistency. See how Bhaskar adjusts to Heath Richards or played.
This time Fuller just plays it straight to short cover. And again, if you're the Yorkers, you won't mind dot balls for Bhaskar Yadram. The longer he's in, the more balls he gets to see, he's going to be able to play a flurry of boundaries towards the end, and that's what you're looking for. Have a decent start, 92 here in the 14th over.
I'm looking forward to watching him bowl. Bowl's got a different action, but also tries to hit the pitch as hard as possible. Bowl's a nice in-swinger.
This one's short again. It was wide though, and Bhaskar Yadram going to feel like he missed out on that one.
Definitely did. It was a freebie. He's trying to overhit the ball, I think, and just wait for the ball. Darish Patel will play that. He plays that shot beautifully. Waits for the ball nicely, hits it late with his weight transferring back. So I think he's going to try to exploit the same kind of information over to The big fella, number 28, Yadram.
Yeah, he's got to take a page out of sight of Lula's playbook from today. He kind of transitioned from trying to overhit it to playing with a little bit more finesse and touch.
Boy.
And that one jumped from really nowhere. It was
Looked
much
like a bit
fuller.
of a off-cutter.
Absolutely, and again, he's just giving all kinds of fits right now to Bhaskar Yadram. Again, Yadram's got to be careful not to lose his pace. He's not trying anything rash and throw his wicket away here. That's the wicket the Atlanta Lightning are looking for. They get him, they're going to feel they're well ahead in this stage of the match. This time angled on to the stumps, and that's going to do it. A brilliant over there from Heath Richards. It's a maiden in his first of the match. 92 for the loss of 4 after 14.
Fantastic over.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Here we go. Welcome back to Church Street Park. Again, welcome back to Church Street Park. From the Cedar Fork end, it's going to be Terrence Hines coming into young Danesh Patel. This time full and wide, not able to get it past the wicket there. And Terrence Hines has been a good find for the Atlanta Lightning. He's coming with some good overs in the middle.
Really good find, yeah.
Again, hits the deck well and then is able to get it onto the Yorker length whenever he decides to
excuse the pun.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I made a pun. So there you go. Can you spend a whole match with Dane? You're gonna some dad jokes might run off. He's newly
hopefully.
Terrence Hines once again into Patel.
Oh.
Again, sure, this one a top edge is gonna fall safely.
Finally was ready for that, huh?
Looked like he wasn't really ready for that short ball either. Just kind of took his hands away from the shot. But nonetheless, he gets a single from it and brings Bhaskar Yadram back in.
Did you get my dad joke there? Did you get my dad joke? His name's Raja Freddy.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's just too good. Only 19 years of age, Dan. I'm not quite in that dad joke realm yet.
That's why I said the fine leg was ready for the ball. It's a wide.
Going down the leg side from Terrence Hines, and Bhaskar Yadram will gladly take a wide. Again, ate up a lot of dot balls, ate up 6 of them in the previous over. Played out a maiden, so he'll take any run he can get at this stage.
Shouldn't get frustrated, yeah. I mean, if he throws it away, it's going to be 7 or 8 balls wasted if he just throws his wicket away.
Absolutely, he's such a good player. Even if you take 6, 7, 8 dot balls, he can make it up in just 2 deliveries. It's far too valuable to throw as a wicket away here. Just, again, smartly, just tries to take a single. I think once we get to the last 5 overs, after this over, I think we'll start to see the more aggressive nature of Bhaskar Yadram come out. But until then, he's just going to take it around. So here we go back into Danesh Patel, Terrence Hines. He's played a good inning so far, 39.
Shot.
Pulled through mid-wicket. It's a vacant in the infield. It's going to be cut off at the out, but they're going to get 2 from it. Again, he's shown this ability to anchor an innings, and that's exactly what the Yorkers needed when they sent him in. They need it right now as well.
He's played really well, been really impressed with the young man. 43 of 37 balls now. Sorry. Still 41.
Like, it's coming this way. So
Let's see if the prediction comes into play here, Dane. Is it 2 off this 5th delivery of the 15th over?
I got the super over call, right?
Yeah.
I'm not mentioning anything about the super over.
Not
today.
yet, anyway.
No. Shot.
Straight back down
That's
the ground.
two.
It is going to be cut off, and no, it's only one. Too quick in the outfield. The Atlanta Lightning.
Fielding down there at Longhoff.
Yeah, because mine.
Second basket out of. I think we're going to see him just defend this one away, and then the next couple overs when he's going to go big. Last year here at Church Street scored 50 in the last 4 overs.
Wow.
So that's the kind of explosive bat he has on him.
Played.
Just ticks it away. It'll be 1 out into deep mid-wicket, so he'll retain strike for the 16th over. At the end of 15, the Manhattan Yorkers, they're 99 for the loss of 4.
Yeah, exactly. Thinking it what bananas? Let me just move it around. Last year, yeah, was reward to do something. This one is.
Welcome back here to Church Street Park, the site of the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship.
Presented by
Sunoco. There you go, Dane. As it's Heath Richards coming back in to bowl to Bhaskar Yadram. And there's the big shot. We talked about it. Once the 15 over mark goes, he's going to start firing. And there's a first 4. Played a maiden to Heath Richards in his first over. This time gets a 4 off the first ball.
That's a great shot. Just waited for the ball a lot better and made sure he didn't try to overhit the ball like he did in the last over. And there's good signs for the Yorkers and Bhaskar Yadram too, trying to put some impetus back into the innings of the Manhattan Yorkers. Guys fighting over pizza. Sanjay Stanley smiling there, the gym shark. Pizza. What did I?
Heath Richards back in. Goes shorter, goes wider, and because of the movement he made across, I think that's why it's not been given wide by the umpire. Now, Dane, I'm going to ask you, do you agree with that call?
Yeah, it's good.
Putting him under pressure there.
It's good.
He said it's good. So Bhaskar Yadram has played a dot ball, but again, don't want to throw your wicket away. There's still 4 overs of match to be played. And again, you can see signaling in the field, trying to change things up. Again, this is the danger that Bhaskar Yadram, the fear that he brings to an opposition. Once they see one shot, then you start saying, okay, he's going to be in full flow. Where do I go from here? And they've sent out long off. So maybe trying to be maybe a little touch fuller.
Slightly fuller. Big. That's what happens when a batter shows intent. So Yadram's crushed that through extra cover before the first ball of the over. Showed intent again. Now the bowler gets to think he can't just run up and bowl ball back of a length.
Oh, that's a full toss. It was a slower one, and it's signaled no ball by the leg umpire, and it's going to be a free hit for Bhaskar Yadram. Already had the license to go for it, and now it's just reassurance.
This might kickstart Yadram's innings. Let's see how he goes. That did slip out of his hand, I think.
It looked like he was trying to bowl a cutter or a slower delivery.
Yes.
And just didn't quite get it right. So now you got a free hit for Bhaskar Yadram. Again, for those first-time viewers, cannot get caught out, cannot get bowled, can only get run out. He's basically got the license to go wherever he wants and try any shot he wants. And it's going to be an inside edge. It's going to be 4. When it's not going your way, things stay not going your way. 4 more for Bhaskar Yadram off a thick inside edge that beats the keeper.
Try to hit that ball into the arms of the Lord, like I said earlier. Got an inside edge. Got a desired result. 4 runs off the free hit. Like I said, this might just get his innings going, the big fella. Picked up some balls early on. Moved to 11 of 16 deliveries. Like you said earlier, man, he can definitely catch up with the dot balls that he got early on in his innings.
Here we go, back in Heath Richards. This time jams Bhaskar Yadram up for room and just going to be able to get a single. So this is the guy you want to play the majority of the final overs with Danish Patel. Again, he's looked very, very good, not taking anything away from the young man, but you're not Bhaskar Yadram.
Definitely, he's played really well though. This is exactly what the Yorkers did need at this stage. 27 balls left in the inning, so they're going to try to maximize as much as possible off those deliveries.
And they're going to look at a score of 150, 160 at this part.
Between, I think 155 should be the target. Anything less, they're going to be disappointed with. Anything more, they'll be happy with. Great shot.
Beautifully cut away, room given.
That's good fielding. Wow.
Yeah, and moved very, very quickly. Did he clip the boundary rope with his back heel?
That's a great piece of fielding down at the cover sweeper.
Yeah, really well done there. Again, a good shot, a good piece of fielding, and a good throw in. Good relay as well. Made sure not to get on to the boundary rope.
Good awareness. He knew he couldn't get up with his feet after the stumble that he had. He just flicked the ball down to the third man. If the third man missed it, it touched the boundary, it would have been 5 runs.
So here we go. Final delivery of the over will be to Danish Patel. Presumably you want something even if you're the Yorkers. And you'll take that a dot ball. Bhaskar Yadram will hold strike in the next over. 16 overs gone, 111 for the loss of 4.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need 1 hand on the roof, 1 hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
Welcome back to Church Street Park here. Kyle Phillip back into the attack against Bhaskar Yadram. Short and very, very wide. I don't know why you're saying anything there, Kyle Phillip. That was clearly a wide delivery. As well short, almost to the white line.
Bhaskar shifted, but he didn't really move much. It was definitely a wide.
So Kyle Phillip's got to bowl that delivery again. And kick proceedings off in this 17 over. 112 runs on the board for the Manhattan Yorkers. We're looking at somewhere between 150, 160. This one is just going to be, should be 2 out in the deep. Good throw that's come in, but it's very, very good running.
Great running.
Again, I think Danish Patel understands that the less balls he plays at this stage, probably the better thing for the Manhattan Yorkers, and he's willing to just run it around with Bhaskar Yadram.
Good start to the over, 3 off 1 ball. It's important they try and capitalize as much as possible here. Yadram's definitely going to go. He can clear any boundary. Just looking for that good length that Kyle Phillip bowls.
This one went for the Yorker. Danish was eager to go for one. Bhaskar Yadram said no as it was hit straight to Kerry Pierre. So again, important overs here from Kyle Phillip. He's got one more after this one, presumably going to bowl the 18th. Excuse me, bowl the 19th. So we're in the 17th over. He's going to need 2 good overs here in the death. Goes full straight, very well bowled there from Kyle Phillip. It's worked
for 2.
Out into the deep, and it's going to be 2. So you're going to get Bhaskar Yadram once again on strike.
5 of 3, good over so far for the Lightning. After the first ball going for wide, he's brought it back nicely.
Yeah, but still at this stage, you know, all the pressure on Kyle Phillip because it's Bhaskar Yadram at the other end.
You never know what he's going to do, yeah.
You get one thing wrong, and then
Might
you
just
see
sway
the
the
ball
momentum.
straight back over your head and sway the momentum, like you said. Again, the Lightning have kept everything in check so far. If they allow Bhaskar Yadram to hit a flurry of boundaries, things can get out of hand very quickly. So they're running back in from the Cedar Fork end. And he gets it wrong, is hit straight back with such power. And the signaled force, one bounce over the rope. Bhaskar Yadram getting things going here in the 17th.
Great shot. That's the length that Yadram likes to play. It was a slow ball. And Phillip didn't deceive the big guy in his Yadram. He just pummeled that straight down the ground for one bounce four. Great shot by Yadram to get things going.
Great shot there again. You can't allow a flurry of these to happen. The one is fine, but if you give up 2 or 3, you're going to be in the mud. Have 2 overs left. Got to get out of this over without giving up another boundary, because then the momentum sways fully in the favor of the Manhattan Yorkers. And this one not able to get onto completely. It's just going to be 1, so it's Danesh Patel. So again, ideally for the Yorkers, you want something even here, a 2, a 4, a 6. A dot would be okay because you'd see Bhaskar Yadram on strike to start the next over. 121 runs on the board at the moment for the Yorkers.
Yes. Yadram striking over 100% now. He's caught up with the innings, he's caught up with the tempo. It did take some time. But again, doesn't look like the easiest surface to be batting on, or just, you know, come in and starting to bat.
And it is going to be a dot to finish the over off. Well bowled there from Kyle Phillip. That's going to do it. 17 overs gone, 121 for the loss of 4.
पहली इनिंग्स भी खत्म हो गई पार्टी भी खत्म हो गया सारा आइस नहीं है ना बच्चा I have a little bit yeah like it अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
Shamar Springer, it's going to be a no ball and it's going to be a bounce over. It's a big 6. Shamar Springer just letting a loose one stray off, and Bhaskar Yadram, he's getting things going, and he's got a free hit to back this one up.
Wow. How will that affect LeBron's legacy at the Lakers? By full toss, no ball, 6. That's 7 of the first ball. Loads of pressure on Springer. Again, I don't quite understand why he's come around the wicket first ball. He hasn't bowled to Yadram, not one ball, but
Looking at just trying to change the angle on Bhaskar Yadram, but he does step all the way across, so it feels like he's already ready
trying
for
to
that
go
angle.
across him, yeah.
Again, going to be interesting what Shamar Springer does to back things up. But it is a free hit here, so Bhaskar Yadram, he's got the license to go anywhere he wants. And he goes straight back down the ground, but it is just going to be 1 to carry Pierre in the deep.
That's 8 of 1. Could start the over for the Yorkers.
Good start there for the Yorkers indeed. And now if you're Danish Patel, all you got to do just one single away.
All of a sudden the projected score goes to 150, not 140 anymore. That's how quickly things can change in T20 cricket. 17 balls left. They're going to try to double that up and try to get 34, 35 of the last 3 overs.
Changing up the field, bringing a short mid-wicket in. That's where we've seen Danish Patel score all day long, squeezing it through. Never mind taking that fielder out. Very straight mid-off there, Dane. Very, very straight.
Interesting to see. Probably trying to stop the ball going down the ground.
Oh, but he sliced it through the offside. He's gotten it for
That's
4.
a
It looked
shot.
like it was just going to be 1, but it ends up being 4.
That's a very
brilliant
good
shot for Danish Patel. As he moves closer to his 50 here. Again, he's been off strike for quite some time.
It's a really good cricket shot. Waited for the ball nicely. But again, he understands where the ball might go, and he just missed his length by a little bit and opened the face straight out the middle of the bat, squeeze it and beat the deep point. Things out, Heath Richards out there.
That's 12 from 2, Dane.
There we go. The momentum's completely shifted now.
100%, 133 is what the score reads. You have 48 for Danish Patel.
Yes.
So very good. This time off an inside edge, trying to play a similar shot, but he does his job, gets a single out, and gets Bhaskar Yadram on strike.
I think he tried to hit that through the point region. Third man region. Now the pressure is on Springer here to close out the over. Projected total is the 160 now. Like I said, they would want 155 or more. They close to that target. See how Springer goes here. Wide Yorkers on the cards. Oh,
and
no
there's
ball.
another no ball, and it's going to be 4 more. Shamar Springer struggling at the moment. First, the no ball was for a beamer. This time he's overstepped, and he's given up another boundary, and Bhaskar Yadram once again gets another free hit.
The problem with this field is that coming around in the angle, Bhaskar Yadram gets any kind of bat on it, it's going to go through the point region, third man region for 4, as they only have the third man up, and the point's really deep, so loads of pressure on Springer here.
He was very alert. Bhaskar Yadram felt that the wider Yorker was coming, so he came down the track, and any bit of width he got, he was going to use to send it over. No third man.
This is a better field right now, with a straight mid-off. No, going back to where he came from.
And it is a free hit, so he can't change up this field at all. Bhaskar Yadram again gets another opportunity to free up his arms. It's not deemed wide by the umpire. It was close, and he didn't swing at all. He's disappointed in himself. He thought it was going to be wide, but he leaves the free hit ball.
Incredible. Bit of a brain fade, but I think now he's going to use this one as the free hit.
It feels like every ball is a free hit
Exactly.
for Bhaskar Yadram.
Going into the last, now the field change has been made. Obviously can't make a change on the free hit. I'll allow Aman to explain that to the American viewership, the millions that have tuned in.
Well, the rule is that once a no ball is bowled, if the same batsman is on strike, the field has to remain entirely the same. If they were to cross, then you could change the field.
There's the free hit. Oh!
And it's another 4 past Heath Richards. Looked like he kind of stumbled on his way to it, felt like he misjudged it. But it's 4 more nonetheless. A very expensive over here from Shamar Springer in the 18th. Bhaskar Yadram making him pay, and like you said, there's the free hit.
There's the free hit. Loads happening in this over. I think it was in my personal opinion, I think it was a really good shot that Yadram played. It was a low full toss, just opened his hands quite nicely. Maneuvered the ball over the point region. Bit of a stumble by Heath Richards out in the deep, and ended up going for another boundary.
The full toss, and this one's on the leg side, is over cow corner, and it's huge. That's going to do it. 18 overs gone. Bhaskar Yadram, he's in full flow already in the 40s. 149 for the loss of 4 after 18.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Welcome back here to Church Street Park here in the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. None of the action that you are seeing would be possible without the aforementioned sponsors or the official sponsor, Dafa News.
Dafa News.
And it's going to be Kyle Phillip into the attack here to bowl this 19th over. He's going to be starting off to Danish Patel.
The penultimate over, this is going to be the big one. I think Patel definitely deserves a 50. He's marshaled his troops extremely well through the middle period.
Well, he's on 49 at the moment, just needs one to get to his half century.
Well played,
and he'll get it off that ball. The under 21 made a big impact here. Manhattan Yorkers' first match here at Church Street Park. 50, a raise and a look up to the Lord. A raise and a look to his team as well. Bows over to the bench, says thank you for the faith, and here's your 50.
One step closer to that 250 bucks, huh? Looking for the man of the match. With well played, young man. He marshaled his troops pretty well.
Well, Bhaskar Yadram is riding his coattails right now. 46 off 29. Batting at a near 200 strike rate, and he sees the strike. The 150 comes up for the Manhattan Yorkers with still over and change to go.
Exactly. This is the momentum they really wanted for the innings, to try and push the pace of it.
This one sent to the leg side. Should just be kept to one, and it is just kept to one. Sharp work by the man in the deep for the Atlanta Lightning. So again, every delivery that Bhaskar Yadram is off a strike is what you're looking for. It's a win-win-win when Bhaskar's off strike.
Definitely.
And we got a change in the flight paths here.
American Airline, probably that's a 2-hour delay flight. Baggage somewhere in the JFK airport. Obviously a big fan of the American Airline, as you can hear.
You can definitely hear that one, Dane, and this one is just scored away for a single. So more Bhaskar Yadram. Let's see if he can send one ball out to that American Airlines flight. And you know he's going to swing hard wherever it is. He's going to look for the big six. Kyle Phillippe showed the slower one in his previous over. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of more.
With this kind of action that Kyle Phillippe has, he can quite disguise the slower ball.
And he does it there quite well. Bhaskar Yadram looking for the big heave through the leg side, unable to get any bat on it. And it's a dot ball, a very valuable dot ball at this stage of the match.
Yeah, definitely. Again, Bhaskar just trying to heave that one over wide mid-wicket. The big fella looking for some respite here in the heat of North Carolina out in Morrisville.
Very humid. Just sit out here for a little bit and you start sweating, so I can only imagine what Bhaskar Yadram's going through out there in the middle, along with young Danish Patel.
Oh!
And another beamer, another full toss, and it's another no ball. But the good news for the Lightning, if there is any, is going to be Danish Patel on strike.
Definitely, definitely. It's not a no ball? It is a no ball.
No, I believe I saw the signal.
Thank goodness
and the signal
umpires.
comes back out.
Thank goodness umpires. Good call.
I think Dane would have flipped over the table we're sitting at had that one not been called a no ball.
I'd have walked home.
It left me to do the second innings by myself. Texted me his thoughts throughout maybe. Or just maybe some things about the umpires.
Yes.
But it is going to be Danish Patel who's going to get the opportunity at a free hit.
Here we go. Free hit. Come on, young man. What ball?
It's a beautiful Yorker, but it's going to be 4. Didn't deserve to be 4. It's going to be 4 off the leg bys, I presume. Yes, it is 4 leg bys. It was a brilliant Yorker. Hits him square on the toes, but it was too quick for the keeper and too quick for the man at short third, and it's going to be 4.
Slight deflection. Beating the keeper, sending him the other way. Very good delivery that from Kyle Phillippe. But that's the nature of the beast, man.
Yeah, when things aren't going your way, that's just what happens.
Definitely.
When momentum's in the favor of the batting side, those bounces just tend to go the batting team's way. So because that free hit, well, nothing came off the bat, but came off of the legs for 4. So here we go. Here we go. Last delivery of the over. Some field changes being taken. Kyle Phillip in to Danesh Patel will be the final legal delivery.
Good shot.
It's hit through the leg side. Has he split the gap? No. It's going to be a couple bounces to the man on the deep.
Good shot. Good piece of fielding.
And Danesh Patel will hold strike going into the final over at the end of 19, 159 for the loss of 4.
अगले 5 गाड़ी
Welcome back to Church Street Park. As you see the fans start to trickle in here as the sun starts to go down. Nah, Dane, don't worry. When the lights are down, you'll see the full numbers that Morrisville possesses. As you see another, or as you hear another plane fly by. Again, frequent flyers.
Yes.
Frequent flyer miles.
Yes.
At RDU at Church Street Park. They're going to turn to Terrence Hines to bowl the final over, starting with Danesh Patel. And he gets it away quite nicely for one, so Bhaskar Yadram will get some strike here in the 20th.
Great start to the over by the young man, just getting the big fella on strike. He's obviously going to try to bash at least 3 of these balls out the ground.
160 already on the board, but we know the Lightning with the opponent batting attack that got to 200 yesterday in their first match at Church Street Park. You have to imagine they would love to get themselves to 170, 180, put scoreboard pressure on the Lightning. Things very different when the scoreboard reads a high total.
Important deliveries. These 10 would love to see how Hines goes about his business. If he goes Yorker or length to Yadram.
Will be an interesting decision.
Well ball.
He's gone Yorker and is brilliant. Can sidearm, came very, very quickly at Bhaskar. All he could do was hope to fend it away.
Excellent piece of bowling. That's exactly where he wanted the ball to go. Again, if he's going to go with his tactics, he's got to be spot on, just like Najaf Shah was in the final over of the Cavs bowling innings. Hit that Yorker beautifully. Don't think he should change anything.
Absolutely. Here we go, Terrence Hines. Should he go back to it? Will he go back to it? No, on a length. It's hit up in the air, high, high. Shamar Springer underneath it, and makes no mistake. Safe fair hand, Shamar Springer in the deep. It was up in the air for a very long time. Takes a brilliant catch there, long on.
Brilliant catch. Good communication out here, we could hear, between long off and long on. Good early call by Springer. But a fantastic innings by Bhaskar Yadram, giving the Manhattan Yorker something to bowl at.
Yeah, we just miss out on his 50. Goes 48 off of 34. And now a new man will be in the middle, but he'll be at the non-strikers end, presumably that they did rotate. Again, we see some interesting calls about had the batsman rotated as well, so you never know. Looks like it is going to be Raj Patel coming in to the middle. But Danesh Patel, again, now Danesh Patel, you want to see the majority of the strike.
Exactly,
You're the set batsman, not easy to come in and hit straight away. Danish Patel has showed the ability to play some really nice strokes all over the ground.
Yes.
But Terrence Hine, this is why he has been brought on to bowl this final over. Showed off the Yorker, shows off the cutter.
It's another United flight coming in.
Looks like it is not going to be Raj Patel, but rather Devashri Prasad. Another Yorker's well dug out. It's going to be one, and Prasad is going to be on strike. So we got to find a way to get going very early.
Good piece of bowling this from Hines. Identifying his strengths, not trying to change anything by coming around the wicket, trying to go across the bowler. He knows what his strength is and he knows how he wants to execute it.
Yeah,
and he's doing that pretty well.
And that confidence is huge as a bowler. When you trust your best ability, you're going to just keep doing it. And even if you get hit there, you're okay getting hit there because that's your best delivery and you know you can do it.
Exactly.
If you get hit, they said, all right, batsman, you know what? Fair dues. But majority of the time, I'm going to take your wicket.
This is the kind of momentum that KDPO would like the guys to take into their batting lineup.
Nice shot from Prasad straight up to get a single and at least not soak up dot balls. Again, you would hope to get at least one boundary in this final over, but you are at 160, where you kind of were aiming at through the midway stages of this innings. So here's the final delivery, 162 on the board. He's going to be bowling it to Danish Patel.
No super over, I hope.
Well, we'll have to wait till the 13th over officially for
Yes.
Dane Pete to make his proclamation.
Ball.
And that's brilliant. Saw the movement down, and I'm not sure that Danish Patel quite knew it was the last delivery of the over. I think he's just realized, and that's why he's gone to his knees. 162 will be what the Manhattan Yorkers end up with. It's a good score. But will it be enough for an Atlanta Lightning side that put up 200? Danish Patel, definitely the star of the first innings. 54 off 49 not out. Bhaskar Yadav with some quick flurries at the end. 48 off of 34. And then you talk about the bowling. Kerry Pierre was brilliant in his 4 overs, giving up just 17 runs with 2 wickets. You talk about what you saw from Terrence Hines, 4 overs, 29 runs and a wicket for Phillip, a wicket for Mathani. And that is all she wrote here for the first innings. 162 on the board for the Manhattan Yorkers. Don't go anywhere. Under the lights at Church Street Park, you never know what can happen. The Atlanta Lightning will need 163 in their second innings. Yeah, likes to splash hard with some room. This one down the leg side, off the pads. Is it been given?
Ball.
Oh, he's ball.
Aditya Padala. Good shot. Great start.
Straight down the leg side, Kyle Phillip. And he didn't look worried about it. Shot. Mathani coming in to bowl, and he's been sent back by John Ross Campbell versus Test cricket.
Definitely. No time to hang around here.
This one's up in the air, should be taken.
Oh no.
I don't know if he'll get there.
No,
No, he won't.
Made a meal of it. The manipulation of field. Try for these guys to make mistakes.
And John Ross Campbell makes a mistake. It doesn't cost him but 1 run. Or then I'm going to believe him because that's what he did.
By the 33rd over of the game.
This one's going to go off the legs and is going to run all the way to for 4. Hit him outside the line.
Yesterday he's continuing his form. Key thing for... Oh my, that's a good shot.
Shot that from Danish Patel. Comes straight down the ground. It's a straight 6 in the direction of... Hines back in to Danish Patel. This time cut it away. There's a third man, but it doesn't matter. The point is inside for this delivery, and that means it's 4 start here for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Ball.
And it's going to be an inside edge, and there's going to be 4 more to end the over. Not a terrible delivery, but just a thick enough edge to get it all the way. Nightlife in Mooresville is rotating around Church Street Park. This one's cut. It's aerial, but it's through the gap, and Raj Bhavsar is going to get his first boundary of the day with that cut shot for 4. there it is.
So it's important that you keep rotating. Oh my!
There's a wonderful shot, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Touch. Here we go, Shamar Springer back in to Kevin Shaw. He goes over the top of mid-wicket.
Great shot.
And used the pace quite nicely and gets it over the top of the hill on the far.
Yeah, they need to play this next phase of the game really well. And
This
that's a great looking shot, but...
Oh, he's done a balancing act out there on the boundary.
Shot.
And there is the big powerful bat of Bhaskar Yadav putting that one through point. It's going to be
to see the over out and reset. And then good shot.
You know, it's quicker, wider. There's no deep point, no protection there, and it's going to be 4 all the time. There you go, Dane. As it's Heath Richards coming back in to bowl to Bhaskar Yadav. And there's the big shot. We talked about it. Once the 15 over mark goes, he's going to start firing. And there's the first 4. Try any shot he wants. And it's going to be an inside edge. It's going to be 4. When it's not going your way, things stay not going your way. 4. And he gets it wrong. It's hit straight back with such power. And the signal 4 is 1. Shamar Springer. Oh! It's going to be a no ball and it's going to be a bounce. Oh! It's a big 6. Shamar Springer just letting a loose
Trying to stop the ball going down the ground.
Oh, but he sliced it through the offside. He's gotten it for
That's
4. It looked like it was just going to be 1.
Wide Yorkers on the cards.
Oh, and there's another no ball, and it's going to be 4 more. Shamar Springer struggling at the moment. First and entirely the same. If they were to cross, then you could change the field.
There's the free hit. Oh!
And there's another 4 past Heath Richards.
Out in the deep and end up going for another boundary.
The full toss, and this one's on the leg side, and it's over cow corner, and it's huge. That's going to do it. It's on 49 at the moment. Just needs 1 to get to his half century.
Well played,
and he'll get it off that ball. The under 21 made a big impact here. Manhattan Yorkers' first match here at Church Street Park. 50.
Come on, young man. What ball?
It's a beautiful Yorker. No. It's going to be 4. Didn't deserve to be 4. It's going to be 4 off the leg bys, I presume. Yes, it is 4 leg bys. Here we go, Terrence Hines. Should he go back to it? Will he go back to it? No, on a length. It's hit up in the air. High. Shamar Springer underneath it and makes no mistake. Safe fair hand. Shamar Springer in the deep. It was up in the air for a very long time. Yes. 1, 2, 3.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
Practice those throws. Balance. You got balance it through every time. Throwing it all over. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Going in. Going in. Push, everyone.
There was a wind that just moved. I was like, man, this thing's gonna flip over. Wind's picking up over here.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
Welcome back to Church Street Park here in the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. We are back. The Atlanta Lightning, they are set to chase down 163 in their 20 overs. Again, if you remember, they put up 202 runs yesterday in the first match before the stunner that was a super over. Now they're playing after a super over here on Sunday. And they are set in to chase down 163. Danny looked to be a big, strong batting lineup yesterday. Now with a little bit of scoreboard pressure, how do you think they'll handle it?
Yeah, this is going to be a big test for the Atlanta Lightning. They're going to have to set a platform for those big hitters at the back end. They're just not going to come in and play. Mark Parchman played beautifully yesterday, Saga Patel missed out. So here's an opportunity for both of them to get into a rhythm as an opening pair. It's going to be a big challenge for these teams.
Yeah, we're going to see Norman come into the act. Norman,
whoopsie, good start.
Oh, great start. And this time there's no finger risen. Remember, very similar situation to a left-hander given out in the previous match. Didn't look out. This one looked far closer, but the finger does not budge.
I don't know. Hoping that could have a snicko. The keeper's definitely convinced that it's out. But we don't know. We'll never know. In 11 Yorkers guys thought that's out. 2 umpires don't think it's out. So unfortunately, that's not out.
Norman Ifitakar, he tends to give some room outside the off stump. Again, you can see a little bit of hint of movement. And that one just a little punch out to point.
It's a great start by the bowler. Very good start. To swing the ball. Good energy on it. Fantastic start.
Good swing as the lights flicker on here at Church Street Park. So it's get a little bit cooler at night, and that's when you see the crowd starts to come in. And again, Sagar Patel missed out yesterday. Mark Parchment, though, played very, very well. Had a brilliant innings alongside Amrit Bore at the 1-down spot. Mark Parchment's going to look to back up another good innings. So again, a slip being brought in straight after.
No, he was in from the start.
Excuse me, he was in from the start, yes.
In the start, yeah, from the start.
And again, it's just because that hint of movement that he has.
Like the way movement.
And if you can
it's
get
really good, yeah.
If you can get Mark Parchment just to reach out a bit, that first slip comes into play, and Bhaskar Yadram, who's usually stuck at slip. This time it's full. Oh, well fielded by the man at short cover. I think it's John Ross Campbell there at short cover doing a fantabulous job getting over there. Great athletic play. Stopped that one from being what could have been a certain four.
That's the kind of work you need from your fielders in defending 160 odd. Everybody needs to contribute as much as possible.
And you see Alvin Barnett just having a look at the stumps. There was some flickering red lights coming from it. The bail was completely intact, so I think you just wanted to see what is causing that little zing bail to light up a bit. This one well outside the off stump. Oh, and a late wide was given. Can look close, no objections from the bowler, but he put his hands up very, very late.
It's a batsman's game, unfortunately.
Got 2 bowlers in the comm box, so we're going to say unfortunately whenever that quote is brought up.
Yes.
You can see definite width on offer here for Mark Parchment. Just hasn't really been able to take advantage of it, really struggling to get bat on ball.
It's definitely a 2-pace surface, so again, you can't really just go through the line of the ball like you want to. The bounce is inconsistent.
Very different from yesterday where you felt like the Atlanta Lightning could just throw their hands outside the line and the ball would come onto the bat very, very nicely. It's a different wicket today. Again, this is the 5th match that's playing on it. They're on
going
the 2nd
into the
innings.
Over, yeah, the 81st over of the competition here at Church Street Park.
So again, the wicket's just going to do something different.
Something different for sure.
2 balls left in the over here. And look at that swing, but he's putting it well too full. And this time, Mark Parchment, he gets bat on ball, but it didn't hit the wicket. He was able to just play that full toss nicely through extra cover, 4 runs, and that's the way to get scoring started here for the Atlanta Lightning.
Just what Parchment wanted to get his innings going. Juicy full toss, low outside the off stump. You can just caress through extra cover region for 4.
And just given the freedom to throw his hands at it. Didn't have to worry about what it would do off of the surface. Never pitched. Last delivery of the first over. It's much straighter this time. It's worked through the leg side. He's going to pick out the fielder in the deep. And just going to settle 4-1. So at the end of 1 over, the Atlanta Lightning, they're 6 without loss.
Hi, son. He's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking. And he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Somebody quick that short man and Raj. If it beats him, it's 4. Oh, he's going back now, that's fine.
Welcome back here to Church Street Park. And it's going to be Raj Patel coming in to bowl. Fairly different bowler to what Norman Iftikhar is. And this one is pummeled through the leg side, got onto the length fairly quickly, and is going to end up being 4 runs. An electrifying start to the second over.
That's a great shot by Parchment. He just keeps going. You can see he's in good touch at the moment. He's all over that short ball.
Yeah, I was expecting it there from Raj Patel. Majority of his deliveries are back of a length. They're tight onto the stumps. So there's that ability to pull if you can get onto it. Again, just got to be careful not to chop one back on would be the danger on this wicket. That's looked a little two-faced.
Inconsistent nature of the surface.
But a great start to the over for the Atlanta Lightning. This time outside the off stump and a lovely lofted cover drive that's gone all the way for 6 out into the crowd. And you can see the umpire raising him up. The shot of the day so far.
That's a fantastic cricket shot. To rest over the cover region. Loads of pressure on the bowler now. Great start to the over.
Absolutely great start to the over. And again, he's come out with the plan. Mark Parchment yesterday had a lot of success here at Church Street Park, carrying that success over today. Sagar Patel still yet to face a single delivery here in the second over. It's been all Mark Parchment, but he'll take it. He's loving seeing these flurry of boundaries to start off a second over.
Character test here for the bowler. He needs to come back nice and strong.
Yeah, he's got to be fuller and straight. If he's going to go full, be straighter. Again, Mark Parchment is going to throw his hands at everything. This time it's a full toss. It says straight back, not quite with enough power, so it should just be 1. No, they're pushing it for 2, and they are going to get 2. Good, smart running here for the Atlanta Lightning.
Big over so far for the Atlanta Lightning. Got to keep the pressure on the Yorkers, knowing that the middle overs of the game is going to be really important for them, so they're trying to take advantage of the power play. Not easy on the surface though.
Yeah, already 12 runs from the over. And much better delivery there, much straighter. Oh, but a little bit of a misfield is going to result in 4 more for Mark Parchment, just straight back down the ground. And Raj Patel losing a little bit of confidence here with the way the second over's gone.
Lots of pressure, another low full toss, and Mark Parchment was all over. Skipper running down, probably trying to pass on some advice to the bowler. It's all about the execution though. He hasn't used the pitch a lot this over. A couple of low full tosses that Mark Parchment could free his hands and take advantage of his bowling.
Yeah, the one time he used the wicket was just that short ball that he started the over with. Since then he's gone wide and full. He's gone full on the stumps, full on the legs. It's just been easy for Mark Parchment to get in. Remember, he saw Norman have a lot of success when he went on to the good length and let the ball do its thing from there. That's got to be the piece of advice from the skip to his bowler, Raj Patel.
Probably going to ask a lot of questions about that first delivery of the innings as Parchment's innings begins to unfold. Well bowled.
There you go, finally uses the deck.
Just real good piece of bowling there.
Yeah, it was tight onto the legs. Not much room for Mark Parchment to do anything. Couldn't throw his hands straight through the line either. Again, that's the length you want to be at and around if you're Raj Patel. So here we go, the Manhattan Yorkers. Raj Patel back in. Mark Parchment once again. This time down the leg, it's clearly missing, but now Sagar Patel will finally get to see some strike. One delivery left in the over. No, that is the over. That is the final delivery of the over. So 22 after the first two.
Come on, Cricket Clubs.
Back here at Church Street Park, things opening up with the boundary. Mark Parchman still on strike because the single off the final delivery. They brought in Raj Bhavsar and he gives up a 4 straight away.
Straight away, Parchman, knowing that the power play is going to be important, he's going to continue taking a risk. Knowing that they have a lot of firepower down there, you can clearly see that this is his role and responsibility in the Lightning lineup. He's definitely taken advantage of the 13 balls that he's faced thus far.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been very, very clinical here. That one more of an inside edge, but he's still putting pressure, reapplying it to the Yorkers. This one is short. He's worked it down the leg side, around the corner. It's going to be 4 more. Not a great delivery. Yes, fine legs there. But any bat on it was going to get it around him. 2 fours to open up the over.
The arm ball, trying to slide it into the stumps. There's a discussion between the bowler and keeper, as you can see. Keeper wants it slightly wide out to the off stump. Bowler's scared of being cut. And it ended up being straying down the leg side. He just helped it on its way for yet another boundary.
And Mark Parchman, he's just delivering it to the Manhattan Yorkers at the moment. 29 off 14. This time an inside edge, and Sagar Patel says no. Again, all but 2 runs of this innings have come off of the bat of Mark Parchman, and the other 2 have been extras. So it's just been Mark Parchman for the Atlanta Lightning so far.
Interesting to get into Sagar Patel's mind here. He hasn't faced the delivery. Trying to stay involved in the game.
And he says no, turns it down quickly. Mark Parchman was very eager, and Sagar Patel turned him down.
Wasn't quite happy with that, was Parchman. He gave a yeah, come on after that. Always enjoy the shouts and screams here.
Pretty good impression there,
Thank you.
Dane.
Thank you very much.
This one worked to the left side.
Oh, let's see the reaction. Whoopsie.
And a late raise of the finger there.
What's going on with the what's going on number 17? Why is he down? Has he hurt himself? Oh my goodness.
It is all happening at the moment at Church Street Park. Again, we saw just the run out there. Mark Parchman was eager to get off strike, and Sagar Patel sent him back, and he gets run out. And now there's someone down at the mid-off.
That needs to go on Twitter. That definitely, someone needs to see that. Someone needs to get the whole shot. Someone needs to get the whole shot.
This was
Keep following the batsman. I want to see his reaction as he walks off. A couple of chairs that might be destroyed as he walks off the field.
And again, you can see the fielder that's on your screen. He is still down in quite some agony there. And someone's pulling him up. He's not even able to get up on his own.
Oh, he's cramped.
And we've seen cramps already. It smiles inside the circle, so hopefully that's a good sign. That it's just a cramp and not anything too severe.
Not conditioned, clearly, to play. Hopefully he'll be good tomorrow to play against the Morrisville Raptors. Parchman not happy, but I don't think it was a single, to be fair. He hit it straight to square leg.
Yeah, and you can see through his bat up straight away. I think the man down is Danish Patel, who was in the middle for quite some time, very early, and then batted all the way through the innings.
In the heat, too.
Yeah, it's very hot and humid. You're going to lose a lot of fluids, unless you're drinking water. And the sweat piles up.
Definitely 2 new batters in the crease that haven't faced the ball. That's incredible. And we're into the 3rd over.
Yeah, exactly. You have the openers still there, 1 wicket down. And you can see the fans kind of in pin drop silence at the moment, not sure what to react to. Again, we saw the run out and we see this huge huddle.
Patel can't get up off the ground. This is incredible.
It is Danesh Patel, number 17. And you can see the fans, just not sure what they're looking at. You can see these Atlanta Lightning fans here on the bleachers, just covering their faces, not really knowing how to respond. And you can see Danesh Patel, he's limping off and he's limping towards the boundary. Have to assume he's going to come off for a little bit. So here we go. Last delivery of the third over. Two brand new batsmen. Amrutpar coming in to the middle.
Yeah, he played really well yesterday. Did Pore a very, very good innings. Beautifully paced.
Yeah,
looks like he has a lot of talent, a lot of time.
Yeah, very impressive what he did yesterday, and deserved a 50. Didn't quite get it, but he played an outstanding innings. And now you have two batsmen in the third over, neither of whom have faced a single delivery.
Crazy.
With just one wicket down. So, again, when we say it's all happening at Church Street Park. Flied it up, a thick outside edge, and is going to run away to the boundary for 4.
Not a good delivery at the boundary.
And that's how we're going to end the third over. 35 for the loss of 1 after 3.
Stand up. Yeah, first one. The one we buy.
Yeah, it's like real rough, man.
Welcome back here to Church Street Park. As Sagar Patel plays his first delivery, and he's played it down the ground for 1.
Good start by Sagar Patel, getting things going after a frantic 5 minutes that we just experienced.
Yeah, again, unique
young
experience.
fella getting celebrating his wicket, but he couldn't quite get to his teammates, and he just stiff as an ironing board fell down. Pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, rather unfortunate situation there. Norman,
liquid IV into your system.
Norman Iftikhar
next week.
Norman Iftikhar is back into bowl. Had a good first over. Felt like he bowled that first over a long time ago, just after what happened in that second. And 36 runs on the board, 4 overs. The 4th over we're in. Bowling into the lefty, Amrutpore. Looking to pull it. Big appeal. I think there's definite bat on it. Or it definitely was high as well.
And definitely pitched outside the leg stump. But you never know.
You always got to be watchful.
Got to be watchful. You got to appeal because you never know what the umpires are thinking.
I love the quote that you had the other day. What was it? You appeal to where?
For the shocker.
For the shocker.
Yeah, you appeal for the shocker. Yeah.
So again, 127 needed in the 16.4 overs. 127 needed in 100. Yo, Norman Iftikhar back into bowl. Again, oh, this one looks close. I think impact outside line, pitching outside the line as well. But again, you can see Norman, he's been very, very tight with the left-hander. Not allowing much to happen. And with the right-handers, though, we seem to get touched wide and allow them to kind of free their arms. So if he can get closer to the right-handers, I think he'll have a little bit more success there.
Definitely. The responsibility's on Sagar Patel's shoulders at the moment. He's got to take the team through, especially the chase of over 160. It's going to get to the stage where the required rate's going to slightly balloon out of control. They're going to have a batter in guiding the Lightning through this innings. Shot.
Again, wide. It's going to be worked to third man once again for another single. And that's basically what we saw yesterday's match. We had Amrut Bore bat through the innings. Mark Parchment played a good knock. Shamar Springer came in at the end and hit a couple of big sixes. We saw
the Yorkers innings now with young Patel.
Absolutely.
Batting through the innings, allowing Yadram to come in and play his game.
And that seems to be, you know, a real key here at Church Street Park. You need one guy to anchor the innings and bat through and just allow the big hitters to flow around him, but just one guy to make sure there's no clog of runs, everything keeps flowing.
Ooh,
and again,
a good delivery,
he's been so tight to the left-hander, keeping it right and about off stump.
The batter looking surprised that he swung the ball in. I think the previous 10 deliveries, he definitely tried to swing the ball in, so nothing's changed. Got to keep watching the ball.
Again, fans trickling into Church Street Park. Again, fans trickling into the park as the sun goes down and the lights come on. We got one
up there, see?
We got one delivery left here in the fourth, and it's just left alone by Amrut Bore. And that's going to do it. 4 overs gone, 38 for the loss of 1.
What got into you?
At Sunoco, know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Welcome back here to Church Street Park, and we got a bowling change. It's going to be Bhaskar Yadram. Just 1 over of Raj Bhavsar, a very expensive one at that. Gave up 12 runs in it, so now they're going to go and turn to the right arm seamer here in Bhaskar Yadram.
This is going to be a good challenge for the Lightning. I know Yadram bowls a heavy ball. He's going to look to angle the ball into the stumps. Bowls from his shoulders, so looks a bit innocuous when he runs into ball, but then flings them through.
Yeah, extracted a little bit of extra bounce off the wicket there. Climbs Sagar Patel quite well. And what he does is he kind of comes in, creates a little bit of pressure, and then when you try to attack a spinner like Raj Bhavsar, now you have to attack him rather than just letting it come to you. And that's where Raj Bhavsar takes a lot of wickets. And you know, when Yasir Mohammed was in, that's where he could take wickets as a leg spinner. So he is really just a supporting role for all the other bowlers because he's so hard to take on down the ground. That's the top edge, and it's going to be good enough. It's straight enough. There's no one behind the keeper. It's going to be 1 bounce over the rope for 4. Again, not a convincing shot, that one, but it's 4 nonetheless.
Bit of a risk by young Yadram for the extra bounce in the shot. Sagar Patel looking to pull that down to square leg. We're getting a top edge. He'll take it anyway. And he tries to get his innings going.
Yeah, some runs flowing off the bat of someone not named Mark Parchment now. 6 runs on the board for Sagar Patel, 4 for Amrut Bore. Again, we know how good Sagar Patel can be. He had a couple big innings for the Atlanta Fire last year, looking for some with the Lightning. Looking for that big, expansive cover drive, just unable to get onto that one.
Touch wide. See Yadram just rather erring on the wider side. Call that astro bowling. When a ball too close to the batsman, where you can just pop the ball around or over the deep mid wicket. But what he's done well here is presenting the seam and allowing the pitch to do the rest, which has been good to watch so far.
Yeah, again, they need tight overs here. They're not going to mind the one boundary because it was very risky. It had the top edge come into play. On that one, you could see it come back in, as you mentioned, the off cutter, and it just beat the bat of Sagar Patel, and that cut quite a long ways across too. Lucky enough to not go on and clip the top of off.
That's a real good change of pace by Yadram, identifying that Patel might want to put some pressure onto him and changing the pace. Good skill that. Haven't seen a lot of that from the bowlers, to be honest. I think sometimes you get caught under pressure and you don't really remember to change the pace.
Just coming back into bowl again. It's been a very good over. Just the 1-4. This one worked down to the leg side, worked down to fine leg for one. So Amrit Bori will get his crack at Bhaskar Yadram. Again, Amrit Bori hasn't looked in complete control yet today. Again, started out very, very fast against the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers today. The swing of Norman has really undone him. This has caused problems for him. Now, not nearly as much swing from Bhaskar Yadram, but the cutters could keep Amrit Bori off balance.
Trying to do is just hit the pitch nice and hard and hoping that something, deviates or reacts differently off the surface.
This one's short. Amrut strong in that area. That's how he got away against the Somerset Cavaliers. That's how he'll get away here against the Manhattan Yorkers. That's going to finish off the fifth over with that pull shot. 47 for the loss of one after 5. Change in bowling, and Sagar Patel, he's getting his stuff going. That's a 6 straight down the ground, welcoming the new bowler to the crease.
That's a great shot. A bit of air given by the international John Campbell. Sagar Patel was all over that. All he needed to get the innings. It was a big over this, the last over of the power play.
And the horn starting to blow for the Atlanta Lightning. Again, getting things going here, moving into the 50s from this power play. Always a good thing to get. If you can get to 60 in a power play, you feel like you've definitely won that phase of the game, going at 10 and over for the first 6. You just give yourself a good platform to build off of.
The key thing for the Lightning would be to try and rotate the strike a bit more, not just look for the boundary.
This time, John Ross goes quicker, goes shorter. And like you said, unable to get that quick single away.
A couple of dots here we'll be happy with. He's trying to get the lefty on strike. He's got to be smart with how he approaches.
This one just worked off of the pads, and it'll do just that, get the lefty back on strike, and I think this is the matchup he was looking for. We talked about matchups yesterday. This is definitely the matchup John Ross Campbell is hoping for.
Yeah, definitely he's going to look to spin the ball away from the left-hander. John Campbell's obviously an experienced campaigner. He's played a lot of cricket to understand how to get through the defenses of the left-hander. But again, it's an important couple of deliveries to close out the power play. But I think the Lightning have done well to keep going and keep the pressure on.
Like you said, just struggling to rotate the strike. They seem to only be dealing in dot balls and boundaries at the moment, which again, in the power play, kind of makes sense, but you would hope that they just look to rotate a little bit more. And just keep the scoreboard ticking, don't let it get clogged.
You can see John Campbell was just rushing the young kid. Wasn't quite ready, but didn't pull out, still stayed there, played a dot ball, and now he's ultra ready for him, so that's where the experience came in. Good piece of bowling.
Good piece of batting, good use
piece
of the feet, and he's going to beat the fielder all the way down the ground. Use his feet, came down to John Ross Campbell, and sends him over mid-off for 4. And that is going to do it. 6 overs gone, 58 for the loss of 1.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, मेरे घर लाने का।
Welcome back to Church Street Park. It's Bhaskar Yadram into the attack, angling it in to Sagar Patel, and creating some pressure here on the 2 men in the middle. Bhaskar Yadram been pretty tight and been hard to score off of for these two. Again, just keeping things tight in his overs, creating pressure. That one cutting back in off of the wicket. Again, just allowing the ball to do something, hitting the deck hard, using his shoulders, and just keeping this pressure on the 2 men in the middle, not able to rotate at all. 2 dot balls to start out the over.
Yeah, real good start this by Yadram. It's looking good. Definitely cooler out here now, and the sun disappearing behind the trees here at Beaver Church Street Park.
It makes for a beautiful sunset, beautiful view.
100%.
Especially sitting on the hill, seeing the rays of the sun.
Beautiful sunset, yes.
Crescenting on the field. This time coming down the track, Sagar Patel, another top edge, and it's going to be another boundary. The only way they found to score off of Bhaskar Yadram is top edges over the keeper's head, and yet another one leads to 4 more.
It's the risk he's willing to take with fine leg up in the ring. Sagar Patel did advance, so Bhaskar adjusting to what he did, pulled the slow ball into the pitch, bit of a top edge and streaky, but he'll take them.
Not the way he's wanting them, but the way he'll take them. Midway through this 7th over, again, a lot of runs already on the board. Need 101 off of 81, so it's a good start from the Atlanta Lightning with the big hitters to come. Think about Shamar Springer, Heath Richards and company. So many big bats in that lineup. If they can hold on to wickets now, keep them in the game, they get to the 12, 13, 14 over mark, you feel they're much ahead. Again, short. This time Sagar gets on it, but I think he's only found the fielder, and no mistake made, out in the deep. He wasn't going to drop that one. Kevin Shah made sure he gets this one. And the second wicket falls, Sagar Patel finally connects on a shorter one, but this time into the hands of the fielder.
Big wicket that for the Yorkers. They definitely did need that wicket at a crucial part of the game. Bhaskar not stepping away or shying away from what he does really well. In the pitch nice and hard. Rushed Sagar Patel a little bit. And he leaves for 18 or 14 deliveries with 2 4s and a 6. They are now in the 7th over, 62 for 1. 2.
Everybody stay on the one.
I beg your pardon.
Stay on the one that's
Sagar Patel, that second wicket, exactly the wicket the Manhattan New Yorkers were looking for. The interesting part is, who do you send out alongside Amrut Bora? This position didn't really come of availability until the 14th over in the match against the Somerset Cavaliers, where they sent Shamar Springer. Here looks like they're going to change the tactic.
The wicket keeper.
Hanchard Hamilton comes in.
There we are.
A quality bat for them. Played for the Atlanta Butterbeers in the previous rendition, and he looked very good for them. Solid in the middle order, can hit the ball down the ground as well. So they're going to need him to have a partnership alongside Amrut Bora here and save Shamar Springer and Heath Richards for the back end.
For the back end of the innings, for sure. But again, they would probably at the back of their heads want to be tested a little bit just to see how the team goes. They know how many practice matches they've had. But there's definitely an opportunity for the Lightning to see what they got going, because yesterday weren't really tested against the Cavs.
So Bhaskar Yadav just gets a wicket. Now back in Tapore. And again, just another dot ball. Not able to do much outside the boundaries.
They'll look to squeeze now. One big ball here for Yadram. They'll look to squeeze as much as they can in this middle period. Don't know what they have else besides Raj as the spin and John Campbell. So maybe some other options they can go to in the middle order.
Yeah, Surya, a leg spinner that they have, plays up in the New England region. This one is short again, over the top of the bat from Amrut Bora. That's going to do it. 7 overs gone. A wicket falls in the over. 62 for the loss of 2. John Ross Campbell back into the attack, bowling to the left-handed Hanchard Hamilton. Again, he's going to like this, 2 left-handers in the middle.
He has a big squeeze that the captain of the Yorkers would want. It's a big opportunity for them to get back into the game with a couple of dot balls.
Again, confusion there in the middle. Hanchard Hamilton wandered for a second, then opted out. Amrut Bora opted in late, and then had to come back to his own end.
John Campbell really keeping it simple here, just bowling nice and straight. Searching for a couple of dot balls.
This time able to squeeze that quick single out, and that's what pressure does. They just try to force that single. And if you're the Manhattan Yorkers, you won't mind that as long as you're taking those risky singles. It opens up those chances of runouts and miscommunications. Another outside edge this time through the gap in the infield. I don't think I have enough legs to get to the boundary, but they should be able to pick up 2 as Bhaskar Yadav gives chase. Last ball of the over here as John Ross has gone through it fairly quickly. Going to the youngster. Plays that cover drive
no,
straight.
it's a drop catch. Oh, and he's thrown it. Take the single. Take the single. Yes, yes, yes. And there they go. Let's see the reaction. Nothing to it? No. Kind of calm.
It's all happening at the moment at Church Street Park. A drop chance and then an overthrow.
It's been a fun day.
Been a fun day indeed. 8 overs gone, 66 for the loss of 2. Back here it's Kevin Shaw coming in. He's giving a full toss straight away. He hasn't quite connected, Amrut. And another one. This time to long off. No mistakes made in the deep here for the Manhattan Yorkers, and things starting to unravel for the Atlanta Lightning.
That's how it happens. A full toss, low full toss. As I said before, the most underrated delivery in world cricket. Telling you, if I bowled that ball to someone, that would have hit 47 rows back. That's for sure. But you take it anyway it comes, and this is the period of the game where things get interesting, where the Lightning really need to take care of their innings. But in comes Springer, a bit of experience. Let's see how he goes about it today.
Yeah, it has to play fairly similar to Bhaskar Yadram. Just take it easy early on and then play the big shots later in the day. But you would say the Lightning won the first 6 overs. So far, these next 4 have belonged completely to the Manhattan Yorkers, taking wickets, bogging things down, slowing this run rate, and increasing the required one.
Yeah, definitely. This is going to be important. So this is subconsciously the Lightning would have wanted this kind of challenge. Beautiful dog. Some of the locals bringing out their pets for walks around Church Street.
They have 2 dogs in frame right there. 2 people giving their dog a walk. And again, it's a multi-use facility here at Church Street Park.
Hopefully they understand the game of cricket and understand how close they are for something happening to them.
But Kevin Shaw brought straight into the attack and straight away takes a wicket off his first delivery. Again, he's going to be bowling to Hanchard Hamilton at this end. Another lefty, that's the one he wants. Again, the right hand arm off spinner. He's going to want to see as many deliveries to the left-hander as he can. Spin the ball away from the left-hander. Just pushed away 4-1. And so now we're going to get our first look of Shamar Springer here today in the middle. Again, had some big hits against the Somerset Cavaliers. Maybe one of my favorite shots was the one he took from his helmet and put it straight back to the dugout. And it was Umaid Asif bowling too. Nothing slow that set up. It was a quick delivery. He sent straight back, and even Asif had to give a little nod of appreciation to that shot. See what Kevin Shaw has in store for Shamar Springer. Still coming around the wicket to the right-hander. Just trying to change up the angles. It's short, and it's just going to be flicked down to fine leg. Little edge goes all the way down. Not a great delivery, and it's a welcome start to the cricket match for Shamar Springer. He's 4 off of his first delivery.
Strange field with him coming around the wicket and no fine leg.
how did you respond after that one? That's a much better delivery right outside off stump.
Length.
Just all Shamar Springer could do was
Springer's defense.
There you go. That's what you want to see the majority of the innings if you're the Manhattan Yorkers.
Especially against a long man like this.
This one worked through a vacant mid-wicket region. They're going to push for 2. They're just going to settle for 1. And the last delivery of the over will be bowled to Hanchard Hamilton.
This is the matchup that he's after. Kevin Shaw, this is the matchup he's after.
And 91 needed from 67, so it's a fairly even match at the moment. A wicket changes things, a couple boundaries could just sway the game back in the favor of the Atlanta Lightning.
The Lightning would want to keep the run rate required at 8 and over. That's gettable on the surface. That's very well bowled.
Went for the big pull shot, just going to find deep mid-wicket out in the deep. So that's going to do it. 9 overs gone, 73 for the loss of 3.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back here to Church Street Park.
John Campbell back into the attack. It's a big challenge this. He's going to his 3rd over. He's bowled quite nicely. He's kept it nice and simple, back of a length. Into the height of the stumps, and it's kind of perfect, you know.
He's only given up 15 runs from his 2 overs so far. And again, this is the prize wicket of the day. You get Shamar Springer, you feel like you put Lightning on the back foot. See what he has in store for the big hitter. Goes short and it's just smartly worked through the leg side, and they're going to push for 2. Throw comes in. Again, there's always 2 on offer with that delivery, not quietly as firm.
Kind of difficult this. Springer's quite a tall man, so he doesn't know how full to go, how short to go, so because he can reach any kind of delivery in the position that he gets himself into.
Again, playing this one on the back foot, this time just a single out to mid-wicket, so you're going to get Hanchard Hamilton on strike. Again, the left-hander, what John Ross Campbell would be looking for.
Looking to get a wicket here. Actually bowling to the left-hander.
And you would hope, if you're Hanchard Hamilton, that you can bat through the innings, be the anchor, and just allow Shamar Springer the freedom to play through the ball and hit a couple of big shots to get your team back over the line. And this one hits straight back. Soft dismissal, easiest of catches for John Ross Campbell. Just talked about how Hanchard Hamilton would have been hoping to bat through the innings. This one just stuck up a little bit, and he hits it straight back to John Ross Campbell. Hanchard Hamilton has to go, and the 4th wicket falls for the Atlanta Lightning.
Yeah, I won't say a great piece of bowling, but a decent length, control of length. Couldn't quite get over. Tried to manipulate the ball through the vacant mid-wicket, just slightly on the outer half of his bat, and he's chipped it straight back to the bowler. It's quite calm in his celebration, getting a wicket.
Yeah, again, the simplest of catches, and sometimes as a spinner you got to take some great one-handed catches, as we saw the Atlanta Fire have a couple of those in their opening weekend, but this one just straight back into the breadbasket.
In comes the captain.
In comes the captain. Again, he's going to need a big innings to help out Shamar Springer. The Atlanta Lightning don't want to lose this one. Going to have a tough matchup with the Philadelphians tomorrow. The Yorkers play the Morrisville Raptors in 2 games, so don't go anywhere. We got 4th of July matches, indoctrinating this game into the American holiday. That is July 4th, Independence Day. There's Kerry Pierre into the middle, another left-hander. So Josh Ross Campbell will enjoy having a left-hander at the crease to get rid of. And the first slip being brought on straight away.
So like to see.
And not the outside edge, but the inside edge. He finds.
Good piece of fielding. It's going to be a scrap now for both teams. Required rated 8.3 to the over. Yorkers feel like they're on top now. Pitch seems to be getting slower and slower. It's quite a hot day today, so it's really baked the surface.
Here we go, final delivery of the 10th over. Big heave there, but some sloppy work there behind the stumps is going to allow them to get through for a bye, and that's going to do it. 10 overs gone, 78 for the loss of 4.
We got like a little squad.
Welcome back to Church Street Park here. Going to see some left arm pace into the attack against Kerry Pierre and Shamar Springer. It's Devashree Prasad coming in, rolling his first overs of the match here in the 11th.
Looks similar to what Aditya Badala does for the Raptors. Cutters, just that their keeper stands back, I'll stand up. But he's in a similar kind of skill set, trying to take the pace of the ball, run his fingers over it.
Yeah, he likes to go full and straight, or he's going to be good length right around off stumps, kind of two places where he is. Again, sliding it across the right hand, Shamar Springer. Again, just looking for some tidy overs here. They won't mind singles being taken. They would love a wicket. They just don't want to see any flurry of boundaries and let Shamar Springer into any sort of rhythm.
Definitely. Got to be smart with the execution, knowing what zones he's trying to hit the ball into. He's quite a tall man, so execution is going to be really important here.
This one into the legs of Kerry Pierre, and they're going to push for 2. No, they're not. They end up saying no. I heard a lot of yeahs coming, but as soon as the fielder picked it up from the deep, they elected not to turn it.
Bhaskara's got a really good arm. He's moved quite quickly as the big fella.
नहीं मुझे पता है but like अब स्क्रीन पे ये तो नहीं है हिंदी लोग आगे बढ़े क्या
So it's bowled quite nicely, Devashree Prasad, early in his over. He's not giving much to either batter. This one on the legs, pitching outside
definitely
leg.
Not out.
Pitching outside leg, impact was probably outside leg as well.
Everything was outside leg. Impact, hitting, everything.
Again, but you appeal for the shocker, Dane.
For the shocker, tomorrow you'll see a lot of those from the Raptors.
Again, you'll see the Raptors take on the Manhattan Yorkers tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. This one is full and straight, and Shamar Springer, he's chopped it on. He went for the big slog, found an inside edge, and he's taken off stump. And that's what he does so well. He keeps that fuller one on stumps. He goes full and straight, and Shamar Springer goes, and you can see the elation and the joy from the Manhattan Yorkers. They're pumped. They know how big this wicket is, and the 5th wicket goes, and more importantly, Shamar Springer goes back to the dugout.
Good piece of bowling from the left arm over. That's a big wicket for the Manhattan Yorkers. This is really testing the Lightning today. Looks like Heath Richards is going to make his way to the crease. It's going to be a different kind of innings they're expecting from Heath today. It's 82 required from 9.1 overs. Manhattan Yorkers really happy with that dismissal. It's an important phase of the game, but like I mentioned earlier, the the importance of taking wickets at regular intervals really stunts the growth of an innings, like the Lightning would have wanted. It's a really good over this from the Manhattan Yorkers.
And you can see Cape here having a word with Heath Richards and just kind of explaining, we just need you to stick in here. We know the power you have. Don't go crazy early. Play your shots. Again, we saw him on the first delivery. As you see the beautiful Morsel sky as the sun setting, just that beautiful glow off of the clouds. Seen a couple of really nice sunsets in the past couple of days here. Again, I think Morrisville is infatuated with cricket, and the sun seems to be as well.
It's helping it out. Looks very, very nice.
So we go Heath Richards' first ball. Very different first ball than when he played it against the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. Solid defense versus a switch hit for 6.
That is a good position, both shots.
Very good position for both shots. That's going to do it. 11 overs gone, 81 for the loss of 5.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
John Ross Campbell, he's back in. He's going to finish his 4th over here. He's only given up 19 runs in his previous 3. And again, he senses a wicket here really puts the Lightning away.
Yeah, definitely. We try to sneak another wicket here. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility now on the shoulders of young Heath Richards. It's important that he tries to take this game as deep as possible. Bit of a cliche in the modern day, but try to take it as deep as possible and explode at the back end.
Looking to cut it, just came on quickly to Heath Richards, a lot quicker than he was expecting it to.
Will definitely test his temperament and his character.
Getting quick into the run up that time.
You can just see the experience from John Campbell. Rushing him through the overs, doesn't give him time to sit and think about it. See, that's maybe a nervous energy that Heath Richards is giving off. A couple of dot balls now.
This one pulled away. There is fielder out there in the leg side, so just going to be kept to 1.
Smart bowling by the experienced John Campbell.
Absolutely, and again, he's got the lefty back on strike. That's the angle he wants, the matchup he wants, and the equation slowly slipping away. 80, but if you can stick the game in deep, you never know what could happen, especially at Church Street under the lights. We've seen some crazy finishes, but a wicket here really stunts this whole idea of another close match.
Can comfortably say there's no super over on the horizon. Either team's either going to win it outright in the 40 overs. Well, I do hope so.
This one short, and is going to beat the man inside the field, inside the circle at point. They're going to settle for 1, and that's how they're going to end the over at the end of 12, 84 for the loss of 5. Welcome back. Full straight on the stumps. It's worked to the offside just for 1. Again, David Street Prashad.
No run.
Yes, everything happening, huh, David?
Never run on a misfield, they do say.
David Street Prashad back into the attack again. Got the big wicket of Shamar Springer in the previous over. If you could get Heath Richards or the skipper here, and the Yorkers would feel very, very good about the position they're in.
It really does change the game.
Slower ball down the leg side. Again, not enough pace to work it to the boundary. but they are going to be able to get ones, and it's going to be signaled runs from the umpire.
He's got to try and get between 6 and 9 runs and over in this period, not to let it balloon out of proportion, at least for the next 3 overs, take it over 15, and then no wickets lost, and then these two can, try and have a go. Because they're really being tested today, or the Lightning. That looks very close, but probably inside edge.
Yeah, definitely some bat on it. Had it not been bad, I think it was pretty plumb. Again, a diluted appeal from the Manhattan Yorkers. Clearly came off that inside edge. But that's what he does really well. Comes with those cutters and that length delivery. Also keeps everything on stump, so you have to do something special. And if you miss, he's going to hit.
Balloon to over 10 runs and over now, the required rate. It gets to this, so it gets to the stage where you have to start thinking about the boundary and over. The next 7.5 overs, it's going to be important that the Lightning try to counter attack.
Heath Richards tries to counter attack, and that one pushed out wider. You saw a big stride forward and just trying to reach across, and that's, I think, what caused Heath Richards not able to get contact on that delivery.
So definitely not trying to overhit the ball on this kind of surface. He's a big guy, just let the ball come to him. He's a good clean striker of the cricket ball, so just let it come to him and play it like he sees it.
This one he gets bat on, it's just going to be out. The sweep recover should just be kept to 1, and it will just be kept to 1. Again, another very tidy over here from David Sriprasad. He's got 1 ball left in it. Again, unless he goes for a boundary, it'll be a very, very successful over for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Important ball this. Gary Pierre will be looking for something.
Yeah, David Sriprasad coming in to the skipper. It's up in the air. It's going to fall short of the man inside the circle. They go for a big throw. Again, keeping everyone entertained. That's going to do it for 13 overs, 88 for the loss of 5.
So it comes from left with the court pitching.
They've gone back to Raj Patel. Coming back in after his experiment in the second over.
Bold Raji.
That's a terrific delivery to start off his campaign in his second stint. Angled it in and hit the deck hard.
Roll the fingers over the ball.
And you see it just stopped up on Kerry Pierre and it popped up high off the bat.
Looks an experienced fella, does old Raj.
And again, he likes to hit the deck. He mostly bowls back of a length. Again, wasn't a good representation in that first over that he bowled, but now he's bowling quite nicely. This time down the leg side, he didn't get quite all of it, but he worked in that direction. He moved all the way across the stumps. Didn't really move with them. Raj Patel helped it around the corner for 4.
That's a really good shot, just shifting across the stumps. So I think we say he crabbed himself across the crease and just flicked it over fine leg for 4. Really good shot early on in the innings, or in the over, I beg your pardon, to get things going. He needs to play a captain's knock. He bowled beautifully this afternoon. Now he needs to, with a bat in hand, try to get the team over the line.
Yes, you'd have what Raj Patel has in store after being hit. Again, didn't quite follow Kerry Pierre that time. This time, finds the inside edge of the bat. It's going to be 1. So Heath Richards now on strike for Raj Patel.
Good piece of bowling that by Raj. Lots of experience. He's running his fingers across the ball again. Just needs to keep his execution on point, and things will be working out fine for him.
You can see Kerry Pierre signaling to Heath Richards. He's going to roll his fingers over it. Just be watchful.
3 from 7 for Heath Richards. It'll be really important for him to get going here too, to help the team. It's 10.5 runs and over required.
69 from 39. 5 wickets on hand, but you don't want to go much deeper than this. And that's straight back down the shot. Straight back down the ground that shot was. It's going to be 4 runs.
Played that really well, did Heath. He just waited for the ball nicely and slapped it over the bowler's head for a couple of bounces and slamming the ball into the side screen here at Church Street Park. Great shot.
Yeah, just cleared out that front foot, made some room for himself. Sends Raj Patel down. So that's 2 boundaries in the over here from Raj Patel. Raj Patel was expensive early, expensive now once again. This time a full toss, but it's straight up into the air.
Let's see, batter's going to look at the umpire. What happened to the no ball? What happened to the no ball? Umpire says no, it's low.
So it's not a no ball. It fell short of everybody. So no harm, no foul, just 1 run.
Again, the low full toss, the most underrated delivery in work. You never expect it as a batsman. It's always easier faced out here. No. I need for 6. Bowled Raj.
Slowed that one down and just got caught. Kerry Pierre trying to play a big shot down the ground. Only gives up a single. That's going to do it for 14 overs. The 100 comes up 100. The loss of 5. Another over for David Sri Prasad, this time worked into the leg side from Kerry Pierre. Just 1.
Good piece of fielding out there. Again, for the first 3 balls, they're going to have to look for a boundary here. So 10.5 required, 63, 62 of 5.5 overs of 35 balls. They have the likes of Bhaskar Yadram to come close off the innings.
Norman also has a couple overs.
Norman too, yeah.
He bowled really well to start off. He used the swing well. What can you do in the death? Right now for Heath Richards, the battle is David Sri Prasad, and that's exactly why, not giving him anything to work with. Again, he bowled so well, David Sri Prasad. He's definitely the slowest of the lot, but he's very, very skilled, very, very controlled in everything he's bowled. Economy rate of 4.15, phenomenal stuff. Economy has come under 4 now. That one is a slow, loopy one. It dipped very, very quickly. Well done by Danish Patel at fine leg, who seems to be back on the field after the cramp early on in the innings. He's made his way back onto the field. Saw him have a couple bananas, get some liquid IV in there. It's going to be the skipper here again. Very skilled, David Sri Prasad, using all of his experience, all of the variations that he has to his advantage. Again, looking for the big slog, just can't quite connect. It's a hard man to get the ball away from. Really good bowling here from Prasad. There's 2 balls left in the over, 60 runs required. 60 from 32, the required run rate moving closer and closer to 12.
Couple of dot balls does change the game.
This
It's important that he closes this out there right now.
Does Heath try something special? He does. He hits it straight back. Has he got enough power on it? Yes, he has. No chance for the fielder out in the deep. And it's going to be 4 runs. Heath Richards puts a little of that pressure away and a little bit back to the Manhattan Yorkers.
Still winning the over is the Manhattan Yorkers, I think. Just slightly too full with a bit of width. Keeper's telling him, the captain's telling him, listen, not such a bad delivery. Let's get it right next time.
So Dane, the statisticians in the tent have just alerted me to the fact that this is the same equation as yesterday.
Oh no.
Dave, we might be in store for a three-peat. We might... a three-peat here of 3 consecutive super overs. As we get a single here from the final delivery. 15 overs gone, 108 for the loss of 5.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Welcome back to Church Street Park here, the site of the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco
and Dafa News.
Dafa News, the official sponsor of the tournament. Make sure you check out all the matches going on all throughout this weekend. Have another day of cricket in store. You can check out all the matches on YouTube at MLC Network. Again, that's at MLC Network. On Twitter, follow the live updates at MIL's Cricket. Again, that's at MIL Cricket. And then the the Instagram and Facebook at MILC USA to get all updates about minor league cricket. It's going to be Bhaskar Yadram into Heath Richards. He bowled some tidy overs early on, just giving up 13 runs in his 2 overs, coming back into bowl here in the 16th. Starts off with a big wide and great keeping there. Could have easily gone down the ground for 4 or 5 wides, but he saves it to just 1 wide.
Not a good start by Yadram. He would like to set the tone early. Anything can happen, 11 runs and over. Anything can happen. Couple of boundaries early on, puts it under pressure. All of a sudden balloons to a 20 plus over. The Lightning back in the game. The dugout starts buzzing. Everything changes.
Everything changes. Everything happens at Church Street Park. There's a switch hit. He tried it. This time not able to get on it. Again, it's a shot he deployed early in his innings yesterday. First delivery to Najib Khan. This time unable to get onto this one.
Yeah, let's see how Yadram goes on in the rest of the over. It's going to be important for him to put his hand up for the team and close out the over pretty well. He's got loads of experience, does Yadram. Played in all the local tournaments. Did extremely well for the Empire State Titans last year. Burst onto the scene here in America. The young, 22 years old last year. Burst into the scene. Good all-round talent.
Straight and full on the stumps. Not much Heath Richards to do, but a missed field is going to allow them to come back for 2 runs. It should have just been kept to 1, but some sloppy work in the field from the Yorkers allow the Lightning to flash back for 2.
Nicely. Flash back for 2. That's nice. Keeper still applauding the fielding.
And good positive reinforcement
That's
there.
it.
Different
I
approach
like that.
from
Yeah,
this
like
captain.
That. Not the shouting and screaming.
Again, there's different approaches to the captaincy.
Definitely.
Some more aggressive captains, some more laid back, and some more with a positive approach. And again, results from both sides. You tell me which one is the better. Oh, and a big shot!
Bang, bang.
That's a huge shot from Heath Richards. He sent that one on to Church Street. Otto has come back, but huge. He got under that one, picked the slower one, sent it all the way.
Just what the Lightning needed. Important stage of the over. Bhaskar Yadram not getting it right there. In the slot of Heath Richards, and as you can see, he's quite bottom hand dominant and wanted that ball. Just popped it over the deep cow corner region for 6.
Can he be the Colin Archibald for the Lightning?
Oh, that's bold. That's bold.
Again, remember Colin Archibald really brought life back into the Morrisville Raptors yesterday with some big fire 6s. Can Heath Richards do the same for the Atlanta Lightning, sending to a 3rd consecutive super over maybe?
No.
Or maybe a result in regulation. Again, 52 runs needed in 28 balls. The required run rate just under 12. Still 2 boundaries and over would be ideal if you're the Atlanta Lightning. You got 1, can you go get 2? No, but Bhaskar Yadram, he gets his man.
Big wicket.
Straight through, you can hear the yells and the cheers from Bhaskar Yadram. He knows how big that wicket is. He was looking for another big one, Heath Richards. Instead, it's his stumps that go flying up in the air, and the 6th wicket falls for the Atlanta Lightning.
No real reason to take the pace off this time, and he just clattered into the stumps. Good piece of bowling by Bhaskar Yadram. Heath Richards not happy with that. Was hoping to see him eat a few around the ground, but unfortunately, innings has come to an end.
Yeah,
4-22.
Scored 22 runs, 2 4s and a 6, and they were hoping he could deliver a couple more big blows before departing. And he's kept it interesting here, 46 from 25. You're still going to need those big shots. You have 1 ball left here, and Bhaskar Yadram is over. Again, but it's going to be a new man facing, and if Yadram can take 2, strike twice, he'd be in a bad spot. At a facility that's multi-purpose, you have a sign that's multi-purpose for the young fan out there. A couple more young fans joining him. Again, all good fun here at Church Street Park. And it's Terrence Hines who comes into the middle. He'll be facing in this new over. So here we go. What can Bhaskar Yadram do? Last delivery of the 16th to the new bat, Hines. And it's a good delivery. They're going to go and scamper away for 1 run.
That's well bowled by Bhaskar Yadram.
Beautifully bowled right onto the body. That's going to do it. 16 overs gone, 118 for the loss of 6. The Lightning need 46 from the last 24.
Oh, you got it? Oh, yeah. What to the side? Behind me. It's behind me. Seriously? Maybe Chatri right? I will do that.
And this delivery just worked into the offside. They're going back to Norman Iftikhar, who should be expected to bowl his last two deliveries here. He bowled very well at the beginning. See what kind of variations he can bring in to the death overs.
It's like an experienced bowler, knowing what he does with a new ball. Can get the older ball in his hand now, change of pace. It's a good option, staying out the arc of the skipper of the Atlanta Lightning in Karipia.
Created a lot of problems for Amrut Porter, the left-hander. Early on, that was a big part due to the swing. Let's see if any of that trouble, some nature, comes to this left-hander and Kerry Pierre. Oh, Pierre tried to do something creative, followed him all the way through, very watchful. Norman Iftikhar, and just strikes Kerry Pierre on the pads.
Yeah, good piece of bowling, follow him. Starting into his pad, good piece of bowling that from Iftikhar. How's that?
That's brilliant.
Thank you. Getting on. Norman though. Is that his first name?
That is his first name, Norman.
Wow. Iftikhar, Norman Iftikhar. That's cool.
This one down the leg side. They're going to push for two. No, it's just going to be one. Good work by the fielder inside the circle. Big screams to just keep it at one, and he does just that.
Good piece of fielding that. They're going to need everyone in this. They can't get complacent.
And you never know when a boundary is going to come and change the whole complexion of the match. They're a quiet run right now, tickling above 12. Again, 1-2 boundaries here and there can really change the whole game.
Definitely.
So here we go. Iftikhar coming back in. This time to Terrence Hines. Terrence Hines gets all of this one. There's a fielder there, but it's away from him. He's placed it quite well, and it's all the way gone for 6.
That's a great shot.
Was onto the short one very quickly, deep in his crease, was ready for it, and pounced on it.
Full pace delivery by Iftikhar, so Hines was pretty ready for that. Played that beautifully. And Anthony Walker still in control, but looking super over territory now. 11 runs required to the over. It was a big 6. Another boundary here will be perfect for the Lightning.
Oh, missed out on this one. This time, change of pace. That undoes Terrence Hines. I think while we were celebrating that boundary, I thought I saw a little flash in the sky. Maybe it's the firework display that is going on just a couple parks away, but could be some lightning. There were storms in the forecast.
Abiram Bole said he asked this is July 4th today. But it is the 3rd of July, so unfortunately not. It's not the 4th of July. It normally happens on the day.
Iftikhar coming back into Hines. This time he gets onto it, but has he got enough? The fielder's there, straight to him. No mistake going to be made. And there we go. Terrence Hines has to go. He hit one boundary, and that's all she wrote for Terrence Hines.
Wicket does Norman Iftikhar. Big wicket in the context of the game. Will be 37 required of 3 overs. And he's gone for a well played 7 runs.
Brother's not gonna do anything. Zarje Kanyam. Yeah, it's very light. I don't feel anything now. It's weird. I felt it.
Welcome back to Church Street Park. Bhaskar Yadram back. Big swing and a big miss for Kyle Phillip, but he's able to get a one off of leg bias to get the skipper back on strike. Here, Pierre, he's 16 off of 18. They're going to need a lot more than that, though. 36 required from the last 17.
It's a test for that. I think they'll rather take it early in on the competition, not too deep into just before the playoffs. So they'll get a nice test early on for the whole batting lineup. Getting to play on turf. I know their home ground's not at turf, so this just gives them an opportunity to see their options and how they can go about it. Like I said, you'd rather get tested early on than too deep into the competition.
Absolutely. Just the Lightning's second match here of the entire competition. We talk about the Empire State, not the Empire State Titans, the Manhattan Yorkers. Their first game without their 2 USA players, so they're looking to see what they can do in the depth that they possess. A win here would be huge and go a long way for their confidence. Full straight, not much Pierre could do with that one. They try to take a quick single.
Yadram. Good fielding that. Now Bhaskar Yadram holding his leg. One thing he's going to do well tonight is sleep.
He's done all of his duties well with the bat, with the ball.
With the ball, good in the field.
And you can see
a strong limp from the tight end of the Manhattan Yorkers.
I hear the Jets could use a good tight end. They signed the Bengals, CJ. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name. I think it's Amazura.
Yeah, something like that.
But they could always use another. 2 tight end packages, always good to have. But again, the very obvious limp for Bhaskar Yadram. We'll be interested to see if he can continue. Seems like he's going to. He's a fighter.
He'll be fine, yeah, he'll be fine.
Again, we saw Najaf Shah walk off a super over because of cramps in his leg.
Mid-over change.
And to be fair, Umed Asif bowled a very good final 3 deliveries.
That's why he's the Iron Man.
But unfortunately for them, just not good enough. 7 runs was not enough. It was too much for their batsmen to go get. There's Bhaskar Yadram back in the bowl. And he's cleaned up Kyle Phillip. The limp seems to be gone after that one. Winning cures all, and it's cured his injury here. Kyle Phillip has to walk off, unable to make a big contribution.
Yeah, definitely putting his hand up now for the player of the match is Bhaskar Yadram. Trying to get a couple of Benjamin Franklins into his hand with a good performance that today with a bat too, putting some impetus into the innings and now cleaning up the Atlanta Lightning. A couple of fans folding up their camp chairs and looking to get into their cars and jet off home 10 minutes somewhere in the surrounding areas of Morrisville. On the research triangle, as they say.
Research triangle part.
In comes the off spinner.
And they go and bring in the off spinner, and again, it's going to be on Kerry Pierre. That's got to be the key. They bring in
Sid Mathani. Looks like he's donning a Mumbai Indians helmet. Sid Mathani. Maybe they have some exploits of Rohit Sharma or
Surya Kumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan.
I didn't want to say, I just wanted to say Yadav, I couldn't say his first name.
Well, they're going to need a Surya Kumar Yadav type of innings here, a quick fire, a couple of runs, 35 from 15. That's what the equation reads at the moment. And Bhaskar Yadram, he's bowling fantastic in his last. He's got 3 balls left, and he's always attacked the stumps. Said, you miss, I hit.
He's definitely going to try to knock his poles over. Oh, great shot.
And there is a Surya Kumar Yadav type of shot, this ramp shot over the top.
Where's he been hiding all night? That's a great shot.
And that's 4 runs over fine leg. Again, he's talking about Surya Kumar Yadav. That's the type of shot he would play early in his innings.
That's a great shot. Dropping down onto his knee, flicking him over. Fantastic shot.
Should have brought him out a little sooner, maybe, the Atlanta Lightning.
Yeah. 13 runs and over. Field change straight away. Fine legs going back, mid-off up. Bhaskar probably going to go back of a length. Let's see. I can manipulate the ball through the rest of the field now.
Really the first guy to really hit Bhaskar Yadram, send him for a boundary. How does Yadram respond? Goes full and straight, is going to be wide, and no extra runs through buys. Some pressure now for the first time really on Bhaskar Yatram.
Yeah, he's trying to fire that in at the stumps again, looking for wickets. Just misdirecting his delivery. Good work by the skipper at the back there, the keeper. Not easy that. Like Hirumalanta would say, it's never easy being a wicket keeper. It is the hardest job in the world, in my opinion. Besides being the American president, as they say.
Bhaskar Yatram back into bowl. Again, what does he have in store? Shuffles across the stumps. That looks pretty good. Was he outside the line? No, he wasn't. And he's going to go, and Bhaskar Yatram picks up another wicket. That's wicket number 4. And that is going to be the final delivery, the second to last delivery of his over. And it's the big wicket of Sid Mathani. And now just 1 wicket remained for the Atlanta Lightning.
Yeah, good piece of bowling by Yatram. Never left the line of the stumps all over. I think he's executed pretty well. That looked stone dead, to be fair. He's cleaning up the tail pretty nicely. Good to see Danish Patel back in the field after his episode of celebration turning into a cramp.
Yeah, made a good save at fine leg, just a couple overs prior to this one. And so 1 wicket left for the Atlanta Lightning, 1 wicket left for Bhaskar Yatram to get a fifer, so he would be at 48 and 5 wickets. I think that's a definite lock for the player of the match. Like you said, bring in a couple of Benjamin Franklins into his account.
Let's see if the number 11 batsman is ready for Bhaskar Yatram.
He's got 1 ball left in his spell, Bhaskar Yatram.
Didn't get my joke there again. Checking when he's ready. Number 11 batsman.
I got to be ready for the ready jokes, the ready dad jokes.
There we go.
That's the second one I've missed. It's gone over my head, and the Atlanta Lightning is going to hope this goes over the heads of the Manhattan Yorkers.
There we go, nicely.
Trying to pick up some things from Dame Pete here.
Bowler Manhattan.
And that one just well left. Didn't want to go and search for it. Bhaskar Yatram, it's been a brilliant spell from him. 4 overs, 28 runs, 4 wickets to his name. And the equation reads 30 needed from the last 2. Here we go, last 2 overs, 30 runs required, 29 to get us to a super over, Dana, third consecutive
thank you.
one.
And the Yorkers are looking to clean this up right now.
Yeah, 1 wicket in hand.
Definitely going to be opportunity. A couple of top edges here with Kyrie Pierre batting at the moment. I think Iftikhar definitely deserves another wicket.
Would do wonders for the run rate as well for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Oh,
and a little bit of miscue here from the keeper, but I think wisely Kyrie Pierre sends the number 11 back. Say we're not winning this match here with you on strike at least.
100%, and he's got to understand that the number 11. And the 19 player, I think it is, Mr. Reddy. Back your bowler, they're shouting here.
And Iftikhar is going to go full and straight, going to try to find off stump. This one finds the inside edge and
doing the Dhoni.
Doing the Dhoni, saying no to the single, and again I think wisely so. Don't want to expose your number 11. Again, you don't want to get bowled out either. It just does a massive drop in your run rate, especially this is only your second match. You have such a good run rate as it is. Don't want to have that collapse on you.
Yeah, they've done really well though, the Manhattan Yorkers. It's been a good bowling performance.
Oh, there's your top edge you're looking for. Will it find the hands? No, just a couple bounces in front of the fielder.
He's going back. Here's a run out. That's it.
Yeah, and I think he's gone. Bat looked in the air all the way, and there it is. The Manhattan Yorkers, they claim victory here at Church Street Park. Their first match here at Church Street, They lose the toss, they sent him to bat first, and they've done beautifully, scoring 162 and getting the Atlanta Lightning all out for 134, winning by 29 runs with 9 balls remaining in their innings. So wonderful innings there, and again, Bhaskar Yadram, truly the man of the day.
Yeah, being a clinical performance by the Manhattan Yorkers. It was lovely to watch clinical from the partnership between Patel and Yadram, and then just being exceptional with the ball. From the start of the game, they showed good energy, good intent with the ball in hand, just a fantastic display of cricket. Definitely a performance they can be proud of, and a team to look out for in the Eastern Conference, to be honest. They lost 2 big players in Yasser Mohammed and Kajanan Singh, and that has completely given them a lot of confidence now, knowing that they can win without them. A lot of young guys in the team, glittered with a lot of young guys, so it's going to be a really good Eastern Conference battle with the Manhattan Yorkers. Definitely not a team you can sleep on, but a real good performance by the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, brilliant performance. That's going to do it here. The Manhattan Yorkers, they get a win. Bhaskar Yadram clearly going to be the player of the match. The fireworks starting to go at the park over where the town is hosting their early 4th of July celebrations. For everybody part of the production team, we want to thank you for tuning on all day long. Thank you to Babar Bhai, Khalid Bhai, Junaid, and Aaron, Dane. Thank you so much for hopping in the booth.
It's been brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm Aman Patel signing off for the day. We'll see you back here at Church Street Park in the morning, where we'll see 2 more brilliant matches tomorrow on the 4th of July.
Chalo.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.